Here we go, y'all. The dynamic duo back at it. Yo, I got my brother in the building, Atlanta's own Mr. Young Jock. Jock, what up, kid?
What's up, Prez? What's happening?
What up, what up? Yo, Jock, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm so mad we didn't do this interview yesterday. Like, had we sat down yesterday, we would not have to discuss the elephant in the room. And this is territory I hate to step on, my word, because there's so much history with this guy. But Diddy, both of his homes, the one in LA, the one in Miami,
right,
was simultaneously raided by Homeland Security.
Right.
Yesterday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Reports are coming out that it could possibly have something to do with sex trafficking, but who knows if there's any relevance to that yet. We're all waiting to see what the official cause for the raids were. But I'm going to just let you step in here.
All right, it's real easy, though. It's just kind of simple. No charges have been brought up as of yet. As we're speaking now, at this moment, as we're filming this, now by the time this airs, I don't know. But let's just speak transparently and candidly about it. Okay, when you start thinking of your Weinsteins and your Epsteins, right? They were not exempt from the government probing, looking, searching to see what they could find, because there are a lot of allegations out here, right? All right, now amid these rumors that have been circulating for however long now, the last 2 to 3 years, all right, let's say this. Now here's a mogul. This guy is from the music industry. Now you could say multimedia mogul, you know what I'm saying? Because he's coming from so many different angles. He's not exempt. We're talking about Diddy. He's not exempt as far as, hey, we need to probe. There are a lot of allegations coming out. This is a $30 million lawsuit. It wasn't necessarily him who executed that and just went ahead and settled. It was the insurance from the companies that he was a part of. Boom. Stepping down from these companies. Here we go. Boom. All right. Now, these other allegations are coming out. This new guy, what's his name? Lil Ronnie, whatever. He's saying a lot of stuff. He's coming with a heavy one, too. He probably felt like, yo, I'm going to cash out. I'm going to get a payday, too, because he was around so much stuff. His ears were probably privy to a lot of conversations. I'm not going to say he was in the midst of these alleged things, but if he has any, like just information, and on the side of Diddy them, if they know it, he probably felt like, yo, they was gonna try to keep him quiet too, going to cash him out too. That hasn't happened. So now I feel like it's to the point where it's like, okay, Cassie done made some allegations. They talked about the phone. They talked about this information that she had from Kim. All these different things. So I think that it was coming sooner or later with all these big allegations and these big lawsuits that the government say, hey, we are not doing our due diligence by not probing, at least to say we stepped in to see if that was anything that was actually true about these allegations. So let's just be for real. Once that came out, I'm pretty sure they got rid of anything, if it was anything, to get rid of in this space, because it was a little foggy out here for my boy. So I don't know, man. Everything's come out. I seen they raiding the homes. What have they found? They ain't said nothing yet, so we don't know. It's all speculation. Oh, he fled the country. Speculations. They had seen the man walking around the airport while they saying he's over in Antigua. But then if you look at the map of the jet, the course, it shows it came from the West Coast, landed somewhere around it looked like it could have been the Georgia, Florida area. Then it took on off to Antigua. Who knows? Maybe he was getting dropped off in where was he at? Ocala? So what was he at? I don't know. They said
it was Opalaka, somewhere. I don't know.
Okay, so maybe he was dropped off in Opalaka and his jet went on to where it went. But, it's a lot of speculations right now. I just think at this point in time, it's just crazy how everybody just jumps on the bandwagon to, you know, kick a person while they're down. And I think that's the part that kind of that burns it out for you, because everywhere you look, somebody's got a joke. Even now when we talking, you know, you say pause, and you're like, no, it's no Diddy. Like, come on, my nigga. Like,
Nah, it's crazy. That like legitimately pause has transitioned to no Diddy. Like it's bananas out here. But I'm gonna tell you something.
it's bananas out here.
Yeah. Really, Jock? We gonna do this?
Let it go, B.
You gonna hit me with the no Diddy?
Nah, I ain't said that. I just want to make sure I heard you right, because
all right, so yeah, I'm gonna tell you, real talk. Like, first and foremost, we ain't gonna kick this man when he down. That we're not gonna do. It's unfortunate because we're you know, let's just keep it 100. Puff is one of the great ones. He really is. What he has, and I don't have any knowledge of any of the things he's being accused of. And truth be told, we don't even know why they raided this man's home. Right?
Right.
We don't know. And I'm not saying, and to your point, he's not exempt. But before the world just tears this man down, understand, you know, this is somebody you almost can't listen to the last 25, 30 years worth of music. Everything in our culture within those years, or so much of what's within our culture, from fashion to how executives look and how they move, we can trace this back to this man and that bad boy dynasty. And, you know, I wish him and his sons the best. I look at his sons as family.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure you do too.
Yeah.
Seeing that them boys was in handcuffs, you know, that hurt my heart, like from a personal standpoint. So, you know, I really do pray that everything works out on his behalf. If there's something there, then him, like anybody else, they deserve to have justice taken out on them. But until we know the facts,
it really seemed
and I'm sorry,
it seemed like he pissed somebody off, man.
Well, let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. Puff been pissing like you know, Puff been pissing people off for years. He is one of the celebrities that you love to hate, and that go from the dudes in the barbershop to his peers, because he been doing it on such a big level for so many years,
for so long. Yeah. Somebody hit me this morning. You know, we calling, just asking, you know, our listeners, you know, what do you think? You know, if he pissed somebody off, what do you think he did to piss somebody off? Somebody was like, well, you know, he pissed the people over at Warren off when he was doing the Joker, and then he said what he said about that. I'm like, okay, all right, conspiracy theory. All right, here you go. I said, give me another conspiracy theory. And somebody was like, what's the brand? What's the company behind Ciroc and all that? How do you say it?
Diageo.
Somebody said, you know what? He pissed them people off. It's a lot of money. It was a lot of money. Settlement was coming. They were looking for a settlement. Then the whole Cassie thing popped out before it could happen. Then that happened afterwards. And after that happened, now it's like, oh, we got to hit him again. Why? We know he got the money. So, I don't know, man. And then who knows, you know? You know, because I was asked about it, and I was very honest, you know? You got to think, when I came into the whole bad boy camp, I was like the little brother. I was like a baby brother compared to the cats who've been there before me. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
My predecessors, you know, the cats who might have seen things early on from a younger Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying nobody seen them, but, you know, people make the allegations or whatnot. So when I came into the house, I ain't seen none of this activity. And I was around for a minute, and I was in some very nice exclusive parties and situations at his house and all that. And I never seen any of this type of stuff that I'm hearing about. So for me, You know, some of them might look at me like, well, you just don't know. I don't know how they feel, but, you know, I don't want it to sound like I'm just pro Diddy, like, nah, he couldn't have did any of this, because we're all human. And, you know, a lot of people have skeletons in their closets, but I just never seen signs of that from him. I never seen any of this type of activity. So when I'm sitting back, it's almost like I don't even know the man, because I'm sitting here listening like, huh? Well, what the fuck? Why I ain't see none of this shit? You know what I mean? That don't mean it wasn't happening. You know, it's just like the movie True Lies, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You could be living right next to a spy, a whole, you know, whatever, and not know it. So we're going to see how it plays out. I'm pretty sure it's going to unfold even more rapidly now that the federal government is involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. And, you know, I speak to my brother, and he been a barber in the hood, my brother Mark, you know, pretty much his whole life. And you know how the barbershops be. They be talking. And my brother Mark, he been loving and hating on Diddy for years, for as long as I can remember. But to your point, you know, no matter how many allegations have come up, for however many years, I'm somebody who has been close, in very close proximity to this man.
Right.
You know, outside of running the promotion department, you know, I was on the management team, tour managing and road managing this man for years. I have, you know, I've checked him into hotels, and I woke him up at the strangest hours, you know, with going in the room. I've never caught this man in no compromise. Yes, you got to interview. You got to do radio. I have never, and I've been telling. Now, is it possible? Sure, it's possible. You know, we don't know the entirety of people.
Right.
But what I can say conclusively and honestly, I've never caught this man in no compromising positions. Okay, let me take that back. I have caught this man, and I got to choose my words wisely, especially considering the climate, with women. How about that? But I've never caught him in any other compromising positions that I would say there was some relevance to these rumors.
Right.
Not to say that it can't be, but real talk. I'm standing here just like you standing here, as I can only speak from my point of view.
I mean, yeah. It's kind of crazy. I know the Diddy that I know. I don't know this version
Correct.
that people are talking about, you know. I mean, think about it. I remember having a song, Knock It Out. First thing first, I like all kind of hoes. Some go to Spelman, some dance with no clothes. Mama named me Jock cause I do the damn thing. When I throw the dick, they come back like boomerangs. When Puff, when he heard that, he was like, nah, Playboy, you know, you clean cut, you know, you putting the brand on your back, you know, we like upper echelon, you know, Playboy, you like the Mace of the South, you know, we clean cut over here. We ain't gonna be disrespecting no women and all that. And I was like, all right, well, and so when he told me that wasn't gonna make my album, I was like, look, I hear you, but I want to show you some videos of me doing this a cappella, and I want you to see how the women reacting. He hits me back like, yo, like, hey, that's what you want to do, Playboy. You know, I see your vision from that angle. I just want to make sure you protect it, because, you know, we kings over here. And I remember him telling me that. And he said, only because you got the women that's supporting what you're doing, I'm gonna let you put it on the album. You know what I'm saying? So if he'd have been like just an ain't shit ass nigga, just like, yeah, fuck it, hell yeah, nigga, fuck these hoes, nigga, like, he wasn't that. And there's too many times when he's just like, yo, Playboy, I want to make sure we always in the positive light. I'm like, hey. So when I hear certain shit, it just does not register. But again, let me tell you something. I've had homies. I've never seen them do anything wrong. That one time they did something wrong, I wasn't there, I wasn't around. I didn't see remnants of it, feel remnants of it, hear remnants of it. But that doesn't mean they didn't do what they may have done. You see what I'm saying? In this situation, you know, like I said, you just got to kind of wait for it to play out, man. I know this is probably one of the most trying times of his life and his career.
Nah, I mean, well, I think it is.
Shit,
For sure, I think it is. I mean, and this is a guy who has been through all kinds of battles. But at this age, um, when your reputation, your paper, your livelihood, your legacy is on the
man.
line,
Oh man.
you know, this has got to be the living definition of a nightmare. Like this man is living a nightmare right now. So, for anybody who has been affected, if it's relevance and credence, I hope justice is served. But if it's a case that where we know far too often in our culture, people just pile on. People see an opportunity for a money grab. I just don't think that that's cool, especially when you're talking about a man's livelihood. Okay, an interesting verdict came out, and I don't even know if it was a verdict, but a judge ruled that one of Diddy's accusers can't remain anonymous anymore. So
Was it a female?
I don't know.
I feel
Somebody
like
came out.
I feel like I heard it was a female. Can't be Jane Doe. I mean, I just think it's just what it is. I think right now, and you spoke about it earlier, because we talked about it a few weeks ago. I think it's like you said. Hey, look, pressure's on them. You probably ain't really got much to worry about as far as any type of retaliation if you feel like you scared or in fear of your life. I think like the microscope is on them so hard that people have. Because here's the thing, like it's so unfair that like I can come out and make accusations about you and nothing involving me or surrounding me is affected in a sense because I remain anonymous. But what if I'm lying? Then what? What if I'm embellishing?
About it.
What if I'm embellishing hearsay? You got to get what I'm saying? The people, when you get to remain anonymous, it's like nothing from your end is affected. And I just think it's so, because, we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but we know that's not the case. It's guilty until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Because people, once people hear rumors, they kind of just ride with it like, I don't know, because people wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't true. Let's stop playing. That's a lie right there to even say that.
It's a lie right there, bro. It's a lie right there. But, before we move on, it's just real talk.
Mm.
Can he come back from this?
I'm going to say this. I think that this man has definitely stood in the face of adversity many times in his career. This man has showed you what perseverance looks like. He's shown you what dedication, determination, all of that looks like. I just really feel that, this come across where it's not like, if he's not pinned with no charges or nothing like that and he walks, I definitely believe he could come back. I mean, Diddy's just not a hide and tuck your tail kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if anything, if he can definitely uphold his innocence as far as what he declares he's himself as innocent, then I don't see why he couldn't. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us are adults. A lot of us are mature, even though we want to act immature. And like I said, we see something, we start joking and kicking the man while he down. He say something, yo, bro, I'm about to come over. Like, oh, no Diddy. Like, all that shit is just getting out of hand. Because I'm talking to somebody the other day and they're like, no Diddy. I'm like, what? And I was like, oh, this nigga's tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because it happens so fast. The culture moves so fast that I think that people are mature enough to once they kind of get tired of it, and then you start sitting back and realize like, yo, I seen a lot of these other people, man, with a lot of these same type of accusations walk free. They still, or they just kind of fade to black. You hear nothing else about them. something happens, other events happen, other things happen, and you hear nothing else about them. They live their life scot-free. His is black man though. I mean, hey, I'm not saying that he's innocent because I don't know who his victims are, if he have real victims. I've heard of them. I know Cassie has definitely declared herself as a victim. This cat, Lil Run, whatever, running, he's declared himself as a victim. But outside of the people I know of, I don't know. I just pray it plays out the way it's supposed to for everybody involved. That's how I'm gonna stay neutral.
Yeah, I gotta ask you, why do you think there are not more of these conversations going on? And what I mean by that is you and I are speaking from the perspective of people who knew him, know him,
Right.
been in the inner circle for years, made money with this man. Why, Puff has been around for a long time. And he made money with a lot of people. He put a lot of people in position. This guy's no angel by no stretch of the imagination. But at the same time, it was all good just a week ago when people was able to get in his section in the club and pop bottles with him. When, he was putting people on. It was good then. Why don't you think more people are coming out and just having this type of conversation where, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I really didn't see it. I don't know. I can't say that it's not true, but I can only talk from my point of view and say I didn't see it.
Public opinion can foreshadow everything. Public opinion can foreshadow one's truth of the matter. You know what I'm saying? My truth of this matter is, hey, I never seen him do anything. But public opinion could say, hey, man, it's a lot of people saying this boy was out here wilding, yo. Whoop-de-whoop. I hear what you saying, Jock. Then a nigga hit you with the, sound like you just covering up. Even on my morning show, Miss Shanika be like, oh, you know something, what? You don't want to tell. And I'm like, I don't know shit, dog. So I ain't even had to tell her this morning. Like, we had to have a sidebar. Hey, can you please quit saying that? Because I don't want to push that out there into the universe, and that becomes public opinion that, oh, Jock knows something. Jock was around there, no. I don't know nothing. Because I'm one of them straight up ones. I'd be like, yeah, but oh, wow, I ain't saying he did all that, but wow. I mean, we know this man has lived a life. He's lived a life so many of us have dreamed of. You're talking about the top of your shit, So I just think that, again, public opinion can silence one's truth sometimes. Because it's like right now, you just talked about a section. Right now, if I saw Diddy out at the club, right? We never had a bad moment, right? And I saw him, and he's like, yo, Jock, what up, nigga, come on. Something in you, because of public opinion and what's going on, you're going to be like, damn. Shit, is this going to be a bad look for me? Is he going to feel some kind of way if I don't come over there? Will he understand if I don't come over there? How people going to take it if I come over there? I'm over there just like, hey. Now I'm on the front of People magazine, like, So you got to understand that, like, again, public opinion is really something else, man. And I think that's why some people feel that this could possibly be a big smear campaign. Because let's just think, we already been talking about the woes he's been having, the troubles he's been dealing with the lawsuits. But then now, just a day ago, we see from a bird's view, the bird's eye view from the helicopter, Chopper number 9 is hovering over Diddy's estate or mansion in LA, or Diddy's estate in Miami or Star Island, and wow, they're bringing people out in handcuffs. I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean? It just further puts a negative filter over his name, his brand, his legacy, because now you're like, oh, the feds involved. This shit must be for real. I know a lot of people that got raided by the feds, and the feds didn't find nothing. They walked free. So, but again, once the minute you saw the feds was involved, you like, bro, don't even call my phone. Oh, no, I don't even want to be seen with bro. I can't even be playing, bro. I got them people on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We just got to see how the shit play out.
I wonder if this was Hove, this was Drake, if this was, I gotta believe that more people would be standing up, and at least giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like right now, people are like, yo, I don't even want to touch that subject for all the reasons you just said.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to me, whether it's the dudes behind the scenes that this man either positioned or put checks in their pocket, or celebrities that everybody knows that he made Ciroc ambassadors, paid them millions of dollars, help spread the wealth. Like, I don't see one person, like not even one, saying, yo,
dog, you
get
ain't
a
even
man a
gotta
shot.
You ain't even gotta tell me, because guess what? You know how many people done stopped me and said that shit to me? Like, bro, you like one of the only people that done kind of spoke up like positive on his behalf. And I'm like, hey, I don't get caught up in the public opinion of people, because I've been on the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I've been in the news. I've been sitting in my truth, accepting my truth, knowing my truth, and watching it play out, being sensationalized all over the media. You know what I'm saying? All that shit all wrong, like just wrong, wrong, wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain things, man, that you just have to, trials and tribulations. I hear people say that word a lot, but I don't think people really understand that shit until you're in a position and you don't know if you're coming or going. You don't know if you dead or alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it real. And right now, with the level of heat that's on this man's head right now, a lot of people feel like they ain't gotta say nothing. It's like, shit, it's gonna play out how it's gonna play out. A lot of people feel like they ain't got the power to help them no way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I do think people have the power to help them. And it's something as simple as, having conversations like this where, yo, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You innocent until proven guilty.
Well, yeah,
simple as that.
But those are conversations. That's like a character witness conversation. But if they ain't got the power to pull the feds off of them, if they ain't got the power to back the media up off of them, if they ain't got the power to make people coming forward with allegations to stop coming forward and just be quiet and fade to black, then they kind of like, what we gonna do?
I think that's a cop-out, Jock. I do. I think it's a cop-out.
Maybe you do, but even if you do feel that, guess what?
I'm
that
not
don't
even
follow
saying,
me, because I've been the one
saying
that
that people
said
have to do this. I'm not saying people have to do this.
Right.
And we talking about him, but there's a lot of people out there who have found themselves in the worst times of their life. Everything that they work for. And this is people who are not in the public eye. I'm going through it right now. A kind word means something. I'm praying for you, brother or sister, means something right now. People are very fickle. Well, they good when you good.
Unless you talk to Shawn yourself and he told you ain't nobody reached out to him, then I can't say it, and I don't think you have the power to say that.
That's real.
No one has done that, because a lot of people will do things in silence. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, on the public opinion side of things, I mean, I want to be out here saying, yo, I talked to Puff today. I told him just keep his head up, pray everybody gonna be all right. Niggas ain't doing that. But a nigga might pillow talk with his old lady and be like, yo, baby, I reached out to Diddy today. Yeah, nigga was in a foul mood, and I just went ahead and told him I got his back. If he ever need me, hit me. We don't know that. So, but on the public side of things, just being right here in the front, it don't seem like it's too many people like is walking in arms with him, except for his kids and his family. You know what I'm saying? And you're right.
I haven't seen one. Maybe you have. I haven't seen one. With the exception of me and you sitting down and having this conversation, I haven't even seen this happen.
I mean, because you got to think, because guess what? People keep asking me, what you and Diddy, y'all cool, y'all good, y'all cool? I'm like, why y'all keep asking me that shit? What the fuck is y'all asking me that for? They're like, because you was like the one who kicked this shit. I ain't kick off shit. I ain't make no allegations against the man. Well, you the one was talking about the shit with him and Cassie. I'm like, nigga, this man was with his lady and he saw a look that he wanted for his lady. That was it. Nothing. He not like, bitch, you gonna cut your motherfucking hair. She gonna be big trend tomorrow. Take that. Like, it wasn't nothing like that. Nigga, the nigga walked and told his lady, oh, baby, oh, woo, woo. I want you to woo. Yeah, of course. I was like, damn, you gonna cut your hair? Like, this girl got this pretty ass hair. Why would she do that? But then when she did it, I was like, it added that edge. It reinvented her. It was like a little joke to the culture. Women went to side of their heads, and it's like when you saw the woman with that hat, with that side of the head shade, it was like a sense of liberation almost, you know?
Yeah,
Opposed to
yeah.
people trying to say, oh, he was a manipulator and a controller, and he put he put under this, but it seemed more to me like shit. It was like, look, show that you free. She did that shit. It was a reinvention of Cassie. So I don't know.
Kendrick Lamar, it feels like he dissed Drake and J. Cole on that Metro Boomin and Future joint like that.
Okay.
You know, he came out with a lyric that people was very surprised at, you know, F Sneak dissing, talking about that song that J. Cole and Drake did together, the first person shooter. First and foremost, do you know anything about a sneak diss on that song?
Man, I'm gonna say this, man. Whenever I listen to rap, we always hear stuff that sound like, ooh, what he saying? Ooh, who he talking about? And then you're like, oh, we start making these speculations. And once you speculate, then rumors arise amid the speculations. Let's be for real. I mean, these niggas can rap for real, for real. They don't give a damn. And right now, with the way hip hop kind of suffering, like shit, niggas probably feel like we got to do something to wake this thing up. Now, you know, it's some of them who don't feel like they suffering, like a Drake. It's hard to say Drake is suffering or Kendrick is suffering or J. Cole is suffering. You know, it's kind of like, they kind of like the big three. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it shit sound crazy, but it sounds orchestrated. It feels orchestrated. You know, I saw the comparison with the track listing from both albums. You saw that?
Yep.
It was like Slimed Out, Slimy In, you know, Evil Twin, something, whatever, my twin, whatever. Just the way the track listing sounded, it's almost just like too perfectly laid out for me not to see it and for people to not point certain things out. But at the end of the day, if they is beefing, I don't see now one of them getting down in the streets for real. So it's just an entertainment thing. And, you know, hip hop was based on that. So let's not get our draws in a bunch. Let them do what they do and see if they can resuscitate this thing. You feel me? Because now it got you like, I want to hear what they talking about. Now we tuned in. Because if you ain't tuned in, you over here got down caught up on sex and reg. Shit. You trying to see where the whole niggas ain't even looking for bars no more. Nigga looking for the hoes. Like, nigga, what the hoes? You heard that shit J. Cole say, what? Yeah, I love J. Cole, but man, why the hoes? Like, shit, nigga, these hoes is rapping and got on chains bigger than the rappers and they got their ass out and these hoes barefoot fucking on internet, Instagram for free. Nigga don't give a goddamn what these niggas talk about right now. And it's so crazy because if you, okay. Yo, I was having a conversation with some kids, right? This group I'm mentoring. And all they was asking me was about either the female rappers or the young rappers. Like the up and coming rappers. You know, it was like cats that I may know a song or two. You know, they talking about the new cats is coming up. I asked them about a Drake. They like, Drake, he commercial. I'm like, I mean, yeah, but he's one of the greatest to do this shit. Yeah, but okay, what about J. Cole? Now, J. Cole might get a little more like respect for these young, I'm talking about hood. Where I'm at in Atlanta, these young hood cats. J. Cole might get a little more respect because J. Cole don't really do too much commercialized shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you ask about Kendrick, they're like, all right, yo, Kendrick. But these young cats, they talking about what the hoes, they talking about spinning the blocks. and all that. So I really do feel like your J. Cole's, Kendricks, and your Drake's gotta do something to resuscitate like this quality of music that is there, but it's being overshadowed by all this other nonsense and shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about just the female shit. I'm not calling that shit nonsense. I'm talking about this shit where it's all killing, triple cross, double cross, spin the block, shoot your whole family up, then pull the goddamn Casamigos on your dead body type shit. Like, we gotta get away from some of this shit, man, and really figure out how to focus on just making good music and giving out a better message. Cause right now, man, this shit crazy out here.
Nah, it's different, kid. It's crazy out here. Speaking of beef and women, Megan Thee Stallion and, you know, her and Nicki was going back and forth. And it got kind of like, Nicki was like, yo, go dig up your dead mother. You know, Megan is like, yo, these hoes ain't scared of Megan. They scared of Megan's law, referring to Nicki's husband. Yo, it's different.
Again, you know, there used to be boundaries. There used to be certain parameters that you don't cross. You don't indulge in certain activity, certain foolishness. Well, now we're living in an age of, you know, who can move the needle the hardest, the fastest, the longest, and that's what it is. We're trying to see who has the biggest shock value. Who can hit the culture with the most shock? And that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening right now. And I really be sitting back like, damn, they wilding. Hell, you talking about digging up somebody's mama shit. I just saw Charleston White talking about Gilly's son being killed. And that shit blew me away. I was like, damn, whoa. He was like, shit, you know, you can't even pick up the phone and call your son. That shit blew me away. I was like, what the fuck? Because I called my son. He called his son. I was just like, what? And it was such a shocker to, it felt like I was almost at the point of normalizing it. Like, you know, that's just what he felt. Like, I ain't even mad about it type shit. And that's kind of, we're starting to normalize delusional, man. Some of the shit we are allowing to happen and we're doing is so delusional, man. And it's kind of starting to feel normal. You know, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, 15 kids got blew up? For real? True. What you eating for lunch? like it's gonna be to that point if we don't figure this shit out, because everything is happening. Nobody's like, there's no censorship. It's like there's no censorship. And even worse than that, there's no guardianship. And I really feel like a lot of our quote unquote guardians are being silenced. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like a Diddy could have came in and be like, yo, you know, we gotta, you know, remember when he came and said, yo, vote or die?
Yep.
Behind the Jeezy Trap or Die, he took that shit and turned it and cleaned it up. Hey, vote or die. Niggas was around like, vote or die, you know, like, vote or die, nigga. Like, we trying to get a black president type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's certain moves that don't look like they're being made no more for this generation to come, these other generations coming up. It's just not, the guardianship is there. It's not there. The governing is not there. For real, I don't even lie to you. We missing a lot of that shit in our culture right now.
Agreed.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, boy, my mama died in August. But I don't give a shit about now. I want to eat nobody, no rap nigga, no rap beef, none of that, man. You go playing with that. You cross that line. You cross that line, it's but they probably had to put me in a padded room. Cause you couldn't even play with me like that. You couldn't even play, I don't even got no words right now, boy. I just felt my heart rate go up. My head started hurting on the left side, this side. It started pounding. That shit just really did something to me, the thought of that shit. So somewhere in there, we gotta figure this shit out, because this clout is a drug. People, we've been saying it, but it's more than just a drug. It's like the clout give you that adrenaline rush, that just you knowing you done did some wild shit or said some wild shit or provoked some wild shit. It just give you that rush, and that rush feel like power. And I think people chasing that rush and that power, man, more so than the clout.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Matter of fact, they might be chasing that clout just a little bit more, Jock. Now,
well, because what comes with clout, here's what I always tell people. I get young cats, I always ask them, hey man, what would you tell an up-and-coming artist? I would say recognition, then acknowledgement, right? In order for you to get recognition, what does recognition mean? Someone recognizes you, your brand, i.e., your motion. You have to be recognized in order to be acknowledged, right?
Yeah.
You get on the elevator right now, somebody get on the elevator with you, and let's say you get on the elevator with Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. You get on the elevator with him and you don't even know it's Warren Buffett. You can't even acknowledge him. You just say, how you doing? You might not even say shit. But if you get on there and you know it's Warren Buffett, you might be like, oh, wow, Mr. Buffett, it is a pleasure and honor to meet you. And you never know what doors that can open. So let's be for real. Clout brings on recognition. And if I could recognize you, then I can acknowledge you. Oh, that bro over there who did whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, that's the one who did such and such and such. Oh, that's the one who fucking whoop, whoop, baby mama. Oh, that's the nigga who spent the block and killed them 13 black kids over there for such and such. You see what I'm trying to say? So I think, yeah, clout is what it is. Like, niggas is chasing clout. But what happens with the clout? Some people trying to make money off the clout. You got more kids, you ask kids right now what you want to be for a living. Influencer?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your career path? What's your career path? YouTuber? Influencer? They're not saying, I want to go into mass communication, mass comm. They're not saying I would like to be a reporter, an anchor man, anchor woman. They're not saying that. They're saying YouTuber, vlogger, influencer, bitch. That's what they want to be.
Yeah, it's a different world that we live in, 100%. Because there's a lot of beef going on right now. I mean, hip-hop has almost become synonymous with beef. Akademiks and Meek Mill went back and forth. Did you see that exchange? I think Meek Mill put it out there that, he wanted to start a podcast, who got a check from him or something like that. Akademiks replied, I got $1 million. Meek kind of felt like he's offended, like, yo, bro, I got more paper than you. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, hey, you put it out there. Meek put that out there. Sometimes we have to learn, like, I think we get caught up again. Public opinion. Meek probably felt offended that you even said something like quit playing with me, almost like you trolling. But what if Akademiks was for real? That's his lane. That's the only reason we know him. I never heard him DJ. Does he DJ for real?
Truth be told, matter of fact, I don't even see turntables.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
He don't even have that in the background.
Recognition and acknowledgement. We only recognize Akademiks for being a podcaster, right?
Yeah.
That's it. He DJ Akademiks. I never seen a nigga DJ. I never seen him in front of a turntable. I never seen a nigga rock a club or party. That don't mean he don't do that. So I'm going to acknowledge him as a podcaster, a influencer, a YouTuber, a vlogger, a streamer, whatever. But check this out. When you put that type of shit out there, you really can't get mad at how somebody responds to you. Because what if Akademiks really can't get Meek a meal? I'm seeing Meek do a lot of talking these days. Because you almost got to. You got to talk. People got to know where your head at for you to stay relevant out here. Let's be for real. If you ain't dropping superstar smash records and doing smash movies or whatever, superstar hooper, smashing the baddest chick, whatever, like you gotta be a part of it. And I think Meek be having some good points sometimes, and I think Meek just be being Meek sometimes. And that's no diss or no offense, but don't get mad at the man for saying he got $1 million. Bring me $1 million, Akademiks. I don't be fucking with some of the shit Akademiks be doing. Some of the shit I've been like, oh, okay, he was on point. But most of the time, I be like, man, bro, just be going left with this shit. He stay in that little goddamn spot where he at. He protected, he talk shit. So I think Meek should go on and do a podcast though. Shit, for real.
Nah, I think he should. I mean, you know, he do a lot of talking, as you said. People would listen to this man. Whether you agree with him, disagree with him, he's one of them dudes that when he talk, people pay attention. So, you know, but
There you go with the shit.
nah, yo, cause I can't get past this. Like we talk about Meek Mill and talking. Meek Mill want everybody else to stop talking. Like Meek want people to stop asking him if he's straight. Like this man is going on a public campaign to say, I'm straight. I understand I was named in that Diddy lawsuit, but please don't think for a minute.
Cause again, man, I just told you, recognition and acknowledgement. Oh, I recognize that people are saying Meek is doing something and people are acknowledging that. And it's just so crazy. Like, all it take is a rumor, dog, and that shit is running. They running with that shit. All it take is a rumor, bro. All it take is a rumor, one rumor. A mother could just not fuck with you and put that shit out there. Let her put it out there with a skit or do it the right way or make a meme. That shit gonna stick, boy, and that shit gonna ride until you do something that overshadows it by 10 times.
Yo, but I mean, you've been in the public eye for over 20 years now.
Yeah.
So somebody like Meek Mill, why does he even respond? Like real talk, like why even breathe life into this thing? You know who you are.
Yeah, but a lot of times, man, let's be for real. If you're being paid, okay, let's say if you're making a living off of your integrity, you're making a living off of your credibility. It's not like Meek has this super huge corporate job and he just goes and sits in his corner office and he doesn't clock in because he has this crazy ass salary and he gets to go in and just do his job and go home at the end of the night to his family. It don't work like that. This man gotta take, like, if somebody book him, that means people gotta want to see him. And when you start tarnishing someone's image, likeness, you know what I'm saying? Their integrity, when you start playing with that, you start playing with their bag. So if this is how this man eating, we ain't just talking about publishing because you gotta wait on pub checks. You gotta wait on that shit. We talking about nigga got a touchdown in the city and people gotta come out and fuck with you and rock with you. You know? Like, don't play with that. Don't play with the integrity of my brand. So I get it. You know, it's amazing because some people will tell you, no, just be quiet, let it blow over, let it subside, and everything will be fine. But then in our culture, you trying to teach us from this side of things, but you got to step in our world. Niggas over here like, bro, nigga ain't saying that, must be true. You telling the nigga don't say nothing because then if the more you talk, people gonna believe it's real. Why give it, like what you said, why give it life? Nigga, I ain't giving it life. These motherfuckers talking about it, they giving it life. Every time I go somewhere, I see some shit, I'm just chilling. I'm sitting here with a fine ass broad and she just like, I'm like, what? Oh, no, what you laughing at? I want to laugh too. What you laughing at? Yo ass, goddamn bitch. What? Memes and things. Like, nigga, nah. Like, it's just what it is. Like, I get it. Like, some niggas just don't want to be played with. It's just too many times. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I give you a perfect example. Watch this. Jamie Foxx. We just talked about him a few months ago, right? He was off the scene. We heard he had some type of medical emergency. Nobody knew what the fuck it was. And niggas was like, oh, that nigga did that. And he never said nothing for so long. But that's different. It was just something saying that he had a health scare, a medical emergency, right? But let it have been some shit where he was accused of doing something that could really tarnish his image. That nigga would have had a press run so motherfucking hard, you'd have thought he was running for president. That nigga would have been on this motherfucking ballot with goddamn Trump and goddamn Biden, nigga. You'd have thought he was running for president. You know what I'm saying?
Jock, can I say something?
Yeah. This show platform. This show.
He literally, you're off on that one. Because he, at the same time that
he showed up on a yacht, nigga? He showed up on a yacht once or twice partying?
Hold up. At the same time, everybody else was getting hit with these sexual allegations, Jamie Foxx got one too. He got one too. Him, New York Mayor Eric Adams.
Yeah, I ain't hear nothing about Jamie's.
But the point
did he speak
is,
out about it?
No, that's the point. He let it go. Like, I'm not even gonna address
because they didn't put enough fire on it. Niggas had still been pushing that shit. He would have. He would have had no choice. You talking about a one and done type. Oh, it's speculations that there could possibly be charges filed or litigations coming and lawsuits against
it. Was all over. It was across CNN.
You ain't talking about hold up. It was CNN. You done sat down so many times. You ain't never bring that shit up with me, did you? Did you?
No, and the reason I didn't. Hold
Why?
up. The reason I didn't.
I'm listening.
See, and this is just me.
Okay.
I don't walk in your shoes.
Right.
I walk down the street, don't nobody know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are in the public eye. But I believe that there are certain celebrities that people, I'm not going to say people don't want to see them win, but they can't wait to see them lose. Jamie Foxx he's a love guy.
Right.
He make people happy. He make people smile. Something like that come out about him, people are more willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
But there's other celebrities, the minute that something come out, nigga, you on your own.
Because you got people who already envy. There's a such thing as envy and jealousy.
Correct.
You don't what you doing so special outside of me, nigga? I look just as good as you, nigga. Nigga, I say some way more player shit than you say, nigga. I should be in your position. You got that, men and women. But I'm talking about, what I'm saying is, see, you kind of, you just on pad that. That shit wasn't no big thing about Jamie Foxx.
Why
as far as the sexual allegations, the sexual
he got a lawsuit just like everybody else.
He got a lawsuit, but is that shit on the forefront? Are we talking about it? It kind of went swept under the rug is what I'm saying. And it may have come at a time.
Because he didn't address it. He didn't address it, Jock.
Nah,
he let it go.
Nah, that ain't just it. It came and it went. Had that shit prolonged, he would have had to say something after a while. What I'm saying, that shit came and went. Sometimes some shit could come. It's like dodging a bullet, my nigga. Nigga shoot your shit up. Oh, shit. Shit, everybody all right? Everybody cool? All right, cool. Shit, let's get up out of here. Boom, 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 nothing. But if one of them bullets hit you, nigga, you gotta address that shit, boy. You got to go get me some bandages, nigga. Get me something, nigga. I don't want to die. I don't want to bleed out, nigga. Even if I don't go to the hospital, get me some help. Let's address this wound. That shit, like, woo. He ain't get hit for real. He ain't going through no Bill Cosby shit, nigga. Like, what I'm talking about, Bill Cosby was loved too and adorned by many, nigga. I'm talking about this. What you talking about? That shit was just. Like, even you talking about it, I'm damn near want to grab my phone and Google it. Like, what did they say? I don't really know. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's exempt for any of this shit. I'm just saying the difference is sometimes when we back to the whole situation topic, talking about Meek, sometimes certain shit, when it hit a certain way, that's like niggas taking direct shots at Meek. Niggas is making jokes and memes about a nigga. And this is amongst your peers. Like, you on a tour, nigga, in a concert, you walking down the hallway, you hear niggas talking about, yeah, that nigga Meek, I heard that nigga Meek got that thing tooted up. What, nigga? You don't even want to be played with, nigga, so stop. You gonna say something. But these allegations that you talking about, like with Jamie, that shit was, nigga, I ain't even know nothing about it. You ain't even talk about it. We talk about everything.
No, we didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Now, had we came on here, and I'm talking about it, you got Boosie talking about it, nigga, goddamn, they talking about it, them talking about it, Candace Owens saying some shit about it, Donald Trump, well, Jamie Foxx, let's see, he's a funny guy, but hey, like, nigga gonna have to say something. But if it ain't really like directly like pop, 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 like a wound, niggas, you could kind of, you got enough money to just shut up. Let that shit clear up, blow over. So, I don't want to get too riled up because, I get a little adamant about certain shit. Cause I know what it feel like. No, I'm just saying I know what it feel like when niggas saying crazy shit about you and you like, what, nigga? You looking around, nigga, like, what? What? Sometimes you gotta just let it go. But Meek one of them cats. Meek, like, he high strong already. Like, nigga, what? He ready to go. Nigga, Philly nigga, what, nigga? Nigga get high pitch and everything. Nigga be ready to go. Like, nigga, who you talking about, nigga? Come to my block, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't with that shit. So, yeah.
It's 2024.
It is.
Taking into consideration everything you just said, we not living in the same world that we lived in 10, 15, 20 years ago. Is it the worst thing? Is it career ending? Does it take money out of people's pockets if there's some innuendos and rumors going on about them that, yo?
Here's the thing. Here's what people have learned to understand. Perseverance. When you see somebody persevere, when they persevere through certain shit, you just be like, it damn near make you say, I guess that shit wasn't true. Bro didn't let that shit stop him. That didn't break home. Because here's the thing, the information, the way we receive information, the way we attain, retain, generate information is so fast, my nigga, that by the time you get something, remember you say hot off the press? Hot off the press, you be like, oh shit. By the time that shit hot off the press, that shit already lukewarm damn near, because as it's coming out, we got some whole other hot and spicy shit coming up. Ding. This shit ain't even got down. It ain't last long enough to really take some people out. Certain shit. Cause so much news coming out. I give you a perfect example. Last night, boom. Yo, they raiding Diddy. Oh, that's the biggest thing tomorrow. This shit gonna be crazy. Crazy. Nigga, 2 a.m, you look up, you like, oh shit, nigga. Something happened with the nigga. The nigga went to sleep in the boat or something. The nigga lost power in the boat. Boom, knocked the bridge down in Baltimore. Nigga, what? People died? What? Biggest thing, just that fast. Nigga called my station this morning and said it was a conspiracy. I think somebody's trying to cover up the Diddy shit. They paid the man to knock the bridge down, so it'll be. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But then you kind of step back. You be like, niggas don't watch the movies now. You know, nigga might pull some shit off like that in a movie. What was the show? What was it? Scandal?
Yeah, what about it?
What? That was a TV show with my girl, right?
Scandal. Yeah, Olivia Pope.
That's some shit she would have did. You know what? Everyone is hot. This cannot be the top story tomorrow. All right, we're gonna need you to pull together and make some things happen. All right, listen, there's a situation taking place down the street. What we're gonna have to infiltrate that, make that the biggest thing. Okay, how are we gonna do it? You know what? I don't wanna know. Make it happen. I'm counting on you. That's how some shit be on TV, right? So when we hear somebody say that shit about real life, niggas like, nah, nigga, you tripping. Damn. Shit make you start thinking. Because it's so much shit that's possible now, man. You talking about AI generated shit now. Nigga, AI can take a story and flip that bitch 4,500 times before you can flip that bitch once. And I know that sounds like I just jumped, but what I'm saying is it's so much shit going on to people don't almost know what to believe anymore. The shit, we could see somebody get shot, bow, ooh. Then nigga be like, but is that shit real? Is that shit AI? When you start having a balance like that where something just don't convince you 100% and you like, well, I'm 50-50. That shit might be real. That shit might be AI. Because guess what? This morning, when we played what we just talked about, we played the fucking Kendrick verse, right? Everybody's like, where Drake verse? Where Drake verse? Well, I got a Drake verse. You know why my producer didn't want to play it on the show today? Because when you read the comments, everybody said, oh, that's AI generated. Sounded like Drake. And the nigga was snapping crazy. But Drake can't even get the full benefit of the doubt. He can't even get the credit for coming back with a hard verse because niggas is saying it's AI generated. So some shit I don't even know no more, dog. Even when they said I'm gonna keep that one to myself. But yeah, all I'm saying is, man, sometimes you don't know what's real and what ain't. So a lot of people are starting to feel that because you remember a few years back, it was said that by a certain year, everybody would have gotten their 15 seconds of fame because of social media, right? So imagine anybody who's gone through a situation in their life where they have been alleged to do something, where somebody made false claims about them or put fake news out about them, the deep fake news about them, whatever. After a while, so many people have felt like a celebrity who's caught in the bad end of the stick. And what I mean is if after you had so many people who've been accused of something or who's been lied on or rumors have been produced out of the rumor mill about them, after a while, it starts to make you look at the news differently. It starts to make you look at the way you take on the information because you start being like, well, shit, nigga was saying I did this thing. I didn't even get shot. Nigga said I got shot in the leg. Nah, a nigga was shooting at me while I was eating a leg quarter at the cookout. Nigga said I got shot in the leg because I dropped the leg quarter and it put the little barbecue sauce on my thigh. Nigga thought I got shot in the leg, but I was telling nigga was shooting while I was eating a leg quarter. And just that fast, the rumors out, nigga shot in the leg. So I think that, yeah, rumors can take people out, but I think in this day and age, man, it kind of just plays out a little differently now. Because so much more information is coming out so fast that you'll forget about the harsh shit that just came out yesterday. Because today, some more crazier shit came out times 3.
You know, I can't disagree with you at all. I can't. And I guess we'll just leave that there. Let's go to a lighter. Matter of fact, I was going to go to a lighter topic. But let me keep the spotlight on Jock for a second. 1090 Jake.
Yo, that shit funny as fuck.
All right. I mean, me and you, we had one of our conversations
Jake,
and you called that man.
Swing on you. He got off me and got on you. Fuck that. He wanted to take my credibility. He wanted to call me gay and want to get you fired. He tried to team up with Vlad. He wants your spot, my boy. Shit.
He's, I guess, implying that putting out information and exposing people is what police does, and that's what you do as well.
Yeah, then he got to be dumb as fuck, because, I mean, I'm literally reading public record. But if that's his take on it, that's his take on it.
Well, he also said that he looks at you as a Karen type for telling on people that's been telling on people.
Yeah, I mean, I look at him like he gay as a bitch. I mean, you remember the head thing that he did? Like, the people I know ain't looking at him like he, whatever the fuck he think he is. So if that's what he want to take it, I don't know. That's his opinion, I guess.
You can't get big and not have opinions about you from all sides. It's just, it comes to the territory.
Yeah, who interviewed him?
I don't do interviews with him myself. This is Shawn Prez, one of my interviewers.
Yeah, my name been brought up a couple times by him because I actually commented on one of his interviews, and I said the second I hear his voice, I turn the shit off because he just talks so fucking much. And he's brought me up a couple times in interviews, and every time he's brought me up, it's been in a negative light. So I take that into consideration when my name gets brought up by the same interviewer. And the people he's asking me about just so happen to say some negative shit. I don't know if it comes from that comment or what, but.
You want me to go just in on it?
I just gave you the alley-oop.
Because I'm going to keep it 100. Listen, I'm going to just keep it a whole 100 with you, right? Boom, we sitting around a circle. Me and my guys, we good. Every time a nigga pull up, every time he pull up, his whole concept is to discredit niggas in my circle, I got an issue with that. Now, somewhere that he might feel like, well, I'm doing you a justice. Hey, but hold up, bro. Fall the fuck back for a minute, because every time you come around, you trying to expose somebody. After a while, I'm not gonna take it as you doing it I'm doing it for the greater good of humanity. No, nigga, you really coming around causing conflicts. You getting niggas killed around here playing. Listen to his name. It's Jake. What we call the police. Jake. If I was doing a movie right now, I might just improv a little bit like, 1090, Jake, over. Just cause, nigga. I don't have no issue with 1090 Jake. I don't even know the nigga. I really, to be honest with him, at one point, I kind of appreciated that he was kind of bringing shit to the forefront a little bit, just kind of keeping niggas on their shit. But dog, if that's your whole move to discredit and dismantle, after a while, I'm gonna start feeling like you might as well be the police. You need to go get a job with the FBI, nigga. You need to be with CIA, cause you good. You 1090 Jake, hey, look, what a camera, which camera I look in, goddamn. Hey man, look. At the end of the day, I just said what I said about you. I gave you a taste of what the fuck you do, what you're known for. I don't know nothing else you're known for but pointing niggas out. Does he do anything else other than that? Because I don't know. This kind of like the Akademiks thing. He say he DJ Akademiks, but that nigga don't do nothing but talk all day. I don't know what 1090 Jake staff. I don't know if 1090 where he come from. I don't know if that's the prison cell he was locked up in. I know he did some time in prison. So in prison, he probably gained immunity from getting his ass whooped because he could find out who was snitching and who snitched, and niggas probably protected him. I don't know this nigga's story. I really don't give a fuck, to be honest. I don't have issues with people. So when you come with that extra rah-rah, I'm cool on that because I'm going to be cool-headed, and you never know how I'm going to come. You never know how I move. So I don't care about no threats. I don't care about none of that shit. You can't discredit me, boy. I've been around way too long. Your whole position is to discredit niggas. So I'm not surprised. You didn't hit me with enough hard enough shit to make me feel surprised because this what you do. Now, at the end of the day, I don't even know the man. I really don't. As I told you, once upon a time, I was like, damn, I appreciate homie keeping niggas straight a little bit. But after a while, you start coming around like a probation officer, nigga, like a parole officer. Right when a nigga trying to stand up and get his life straight, you come out, oh, well, I know y'all fuck with such and such, but here's this nigga rap sheet. This nigga snitched. This nigga had 3 bodies. They really wasn't his. It was his cousin. He took the rap for it. He got scared when he realized we were gonna get 38,000 years. The niggas decided to snitch. Nigga, you might well be law enforcement, dog. What we doing? You might well be law enforcement. Because I don't know him, to be honest with you. And that shit really got me on my P's and Q's. So when I see white boys who I think look like him, they be like, hey, Jock, what up? I be like, what the fuck? What? What's your name? Logan. Oh, I thought you. Hey, let's make sure I thought your name was Jake or some shit like that. What's up, my boy? You want to take a picture? All right, cool. Cause I don't know where he coming from. I really wouldn't even, for real. My boy got a little bravado about him, you know what I'm saying? Like he a tough guy because he did time in prison, but nobody give a fuck about like none of that. I always ran by myself. You ain't never seen me run with no celebrities. Even nigga when I was signed with Diddy, Bad Boy, nigga, I ain't never ran with no other celebrities for real. I always stood on my own. So all that tough talk, man, that shit, it's cute. I mean, it goes good with what he does. I don't do all the tough talk. It don't support what I do. I live my life. My kids be with me. So I don't want no beefs or no issues with niggas. I can't afford that. I don't want to lose none of mine to no shit somebody said in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I done had plenty rap niggas diss me. Plenty, dog. And then they find their way back to be like, bro, you know, I ain't mean like that. Boom. Truce. And it ain't really a truce because it ain't like we beefing. It ain't like it's no war. I just be like, damn, that's the best you could do. Go low and try to undercut me and take me out like that. That's it. I'm still winning. I'm still eating. We both still eating, but I ain't have to do what you had to do. I ain't have to stoop to your level to succeed. I'm able to stay where I'm at and still go up. So when it comes to 1090 Jake, man, hey man, that man don't want you interviewing nobody. He definitely don't want you interviewing me. And you know, all the extra shit he trying to say, oh, we know you gay and all that. Man, go watch out. Find something else. You got to come more clever than that because you just got to come more clever than that. That's the only thing you can do to discredit me because you can't pull no paperwork on me. That shit work for these badass, tough-ass, spin-the-block-ass rap niggas who got these charges and these pending charges and these niggas out who got snitching under their name. I ain't got none of that shit associated with me because get what? I'm smarter than the average bell. I ain't getting jammed up on no dumbass shit because I ain't no dumbass nigga, 1090 Jake. And if you see me, or if you like to, please come on my morning show. Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. You can catch us every morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Nationally syndicated too. So it'll be a good look, 1090 Jake. I would love for you to come on there and we make up. Because guess what? Ain't no future in us beefing. Because I don't got shit to say when it come to that shit. So just let that die.
You know, he playing a dangerous game irregardless. Like, just on a more serious note.
Yeah.
You can't be accusing dudes of snitching. You can't be accusing dudes of talking and you ain't got no paperwork to back it up. So I think dude, you know, I mean, and I'm just saying this from the standpoint, I don't want to see him, nothing happen to this man. Words is words, but you playing a dangerous game with
He know
people.
that. He know
Yeah.
that. He know that. You don't even have to get the calm tone to say the shit. And that nigga know what the fuck he doing. He don't care. That's his claim to fame at the moment. He got a nice chain. He getting money off of this shit. People want to hear him talk. And a lot of people probably don't say nothing back to him because a lot of the people he addressing probably do got fuck shit attached to their name. And they like, well, he already going in for. I don't want him to go no further. Truce. Nigga, what you gonna go say about me? I was late on my Amex payment one time. Like, nigga, what the fuck? I don't know, nigga. I don't got shit out here in the streets. I'm smarter than that. I'm smarter than that. You gotta go, you know, they say you gotta know what demo to entertain. I'm not of his demo. You can't entertain me, and I'm not gonna entertain him. And it's that simple. I'm not doing shit in these streets. I love the game a long time ago. I've been on for 20 years. Fuck, I look like talking about some dope. Fuck, I look like out here attaching myself with niggas doing all this dumbass shit. I got kids in college now, nigga. I'm a grandfather now, nigga. What is you talking about, nigga? I ain't a grandfather. Nigga, I need to drop the whole young off my name. So what the fuck I look like beefing with a nigga who push paper on niggas? Like, hey, y'all like his music, but this nigga done snitched one time. Like, nigga, watch out. Fall the fuck back. Go to sleep.
Well, he could say that you was about to get your ass whipped by Saucy Santana.
Oh, that shit wasn't gonna happen. Cause get what? Cause here's the thing. Even with the shit with me and Saucy, that was so funny. Man, you know how many people came out, was mad at me because I said what I said in the interview with you? I am entitled to be who the fuck I am. Period. If I don't feel comfortable doing something, I'm not doing it. You know how many times people done call me and say, hey, bro, we want to book you for this. It's going to be out here, you know what I'm saying? You know, gang territory and shit, but you're going to be with us. I might not feel comfortable. I might not do it. If some atheists book me right now, hey, we don't believe in God, but we love your music. We fucking with you. We want to book you for a show. If I don't feel comfortable, nigga, I'm not going. It's just that simple. So it is what it is. And again, Saucy Santana, for him to be a gay man and be able to say, hey, you're entitled to your opinion, that lets you know all that was some bullshit. Man, I had all kind of people wanted to boycott my show, my morning show. I'm like, for what? Because I'm uncomfortable doing something? I don't know. Just like right now, how often do Christians go and visit a Buddhist temple? You know what I'm saying? How often does a Christian man go to a Catholic church? You know what I'm saying? When was the last time a free person decided they wanted to just go and walk through the jail to take a tour through the prison for a scared straight program? I just want to go see. Nigga, you ain't, if you're not comfortable with doing that, that ain't your thing, that ain't your thing. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, man, shouts out to everybody in the world. I don't give a fuck what you do, what you believe in, man. Just don't cross me and we good.
You know, Vlad sat down with Boosie, as he always does, and Boosie was like, yo, he the only one speaking up for straight people. He's
Well,
like the...
Well, at the time, he felt like that. He felt like that. I speak up for straight people all the time. I speak up for straight people all the time. Hell, but I've spoken up for gay people before. Because at the end of the day, listen, human rights It's what it is. Human rights is not determined by a color. Human rights should not be determined by sexual preference or sexual orientation. Human rights is human rights, bro. You know, I know he was talking about this shit at Planet Fitness. Yeah, that was fucked up. That was fucked up. That was fucked up. It was. It was. I spoke out about it on my morning show. I did. I thought it was crazy. I thought it was absolutely absurd. I feel like if you're gonna have this whole this open world policy, create a space so it's no misunderstandings and no mishaps. Cause I couldn't lie to you. You know, that was a woman who walked in there and saw this man shaving, and he does not look like he identifies as a woman. But just because he doesn't look like that to you does not mean that's how he feels on the inside. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if it was me and my daughter came out that bathroom and told me it's a man in there shaving, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna go in there and do nothing to him. But I probably would have had to be like, yo, I'm not just taking no picture, I'm calling the manager. Hey, what going on? We're gonna have to document this shit, cause what is that? And to be honest with you, I might not even be pissed off if they was to cancel my motherfucking subscription, my membership, because guess what? Right now, I don't feel safe in this situation. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe for my daughter or any little girls that's walking in there. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them things. Cause imagine the troubles or the issues that would happen if a woman walked into the men's restroom and she just looked like just a fine ass woman and she just ended up combing her hair, titties out. She just combing her hair. Man, hey, I'm sorry. I'm a man. Mm-mm. Them look like yo. Just imagine the problems that come with that shit. So it is what it is. Cause you know, I don't be wanting to get caught up and go down the rabbit holes. Cause I've done it a few times on here. And I think that's why I continue to come back, because some kind of way it happens. But that's me being transparent and candid. At the end of the day, Boosie know I love him. But he's not the only person that advocate for heterosexual people. And just because I advocate for heterosexual people does not mean I'm ever against homosexual people. Let me say that. Is it safe to say that?
I think it's safe.
I hear this shit tomorrow. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So, because I love everybody, dog. I do. I really fucking do. I really do. I really do.
Yo, Nick Young, just staying.
Come on.
You know, on the whole Saucy Santana thing for a second. Nick Young and Gilbert Arenas, they was having a conversation and they was talking about Saucy Santana twerking. Nick and Saucy is good friends, from what I understand. He said Saucy was a little upset about that. Like, yo, how you gonna get on that show and talk about me twerking?
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it's no different. Like, first time I met Saucy Santana, I was escorting Callie to the studio for him to jump on her record, right? And we spoke. You know, it's moments when he kind of man up, but he's still who he is. Like, you know when it's mano a mano, he's still true to who he is, but I can see the difference in the level up at that moment. Like, let you know, I'll fight, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? And so for us to be cool, because even he said it in the scene, like, yo, we was cool. Like, we never had no issues. So I was just wondering, why would you say something like this? I don't have anything against, like I said, him. And so I understood where he was coming from, but I understood how it happened with Nick. Nick, like, yeah, he was asked a question. He said what he said about, like, Saucy Santana, a cool person, cool friend or whatever. Your boy didn't know about who he was, or he acted as if he didn't know. And that's why Nick was like, oh man, don't look him up. You're going to say something funny. So that was letting you know, like, Nick wasn't even on the bullshit. Nick was just like, all right, man, like, come on, man. Don't even do all that, because I already know what's going to happen. They met, it appears that they met on the set of College Hill.
Correct.
And they had to be roomies in their dorm. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Right there in that moment, you might be like, all right, man, bro, cool. This is his lifestyle. But in all actuality, yo, he's standing on the business of what he believes in. He's successful. He's adamant about loving the people he loves, and that's what it is. You can respect that, right? So he knew that your boy was gonna laugh about the shit. Your boy started laughing about the shit, and it put you in a position where you're like, oh man, I knew this shit was gonna happen. Don't necessarily mean he laughing at Saucy. Saucy had some words fired back like, Nick, goddamn, I ain't with the bullshit. We supposed to be cool. We kind of kicked it off on some cool shit, kumbaya. You saw what your man did. What's his name? Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert Arenas.
He went back. He thought about it. He said, I don't want to take on this problem. I don't want to be counseled, or I don't want to be looked at like I'm bashing. But can I laugh? If something funny to me, can I laugh? Think about it. He saw a grown man twerking with a beard, a goddamn full back, with a beard, lashes, lip gloss, nails. That's not just something you see every day. So he found it funny. He was truly who he was. He laughed about it. Okay, Saucy got back. Saucy got on his head talking shit. You know what he did? He pulled Olivia Pope, his damn self. Switch gears. Yo, I did see, man. I ain't gonna lie. If I seen him twerking and Meg twerking, I'm probably gonna tip Saucy. What Saucy do? Oh, okay, baby daddy. Send me a Cash App, Zelle. He turned that shit around. But see, that's that thing, him doing that, the average cat don't know how to do that. Because when that shit flip on you, I'm standing on business. I said what I said, and then you want to get mad because people, he's just like, all right, cool. I know how to play y'all game. I've been around long enough. Been had money, been around niggas that's like this. And I had to work with them because it wasn't, I tip you. Yeah, we cool. Yeah. That boy could twerk now. All you gotta do is make people laugh. Think about it. That's why comedians are able to get away with so much shit. When you laughing, ha, 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 throw a little truth in. Take that with you, a little snapback. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But yeah, I did see that. I thought that was very clever of Gilbert. I saw it, I was like, ah.
Tell me if you saw Playboy Carti, that picture of him, and I don't know if this is AI generated or what, but I mean, the man was wearing a thong. And I get that males are now wearing, what is it, fingernail polish. They painting their toes. Men are they wearing dresses. What is is there a line? Is everything just completely blurred in 2024? Like,
man, I think people have come to the realization that they're trying so hard to be themselves that being yourself comes off mediocre. So people are trying their best to push beyond their normal range or their limits. They're trying to defy their own realm of self-expression. So they're going a little further to show that I'm different, or I'm truly trying to be different. You know what I'm saying? And I think with a Carti, to be honest with you, I'm gonna just say this because I don't know Carti like that. I met him at Red Zone one time. I think it works for him. I think he likes the controversy because he knows how to navigate in that controversy. It's no different than what we talked about with Gilbert. The way he was able to come back, I tipped Saucy, and Saucy like, ew, baby dad. That's knowing how to navigate. You got to know how to navigate. And I think that when you find your niche, your lane, whatever you want to say, your space, your place, you go with it. And I think that's what Carti's doing. Because a lot of the things when I'm around, especially younger people, women, or younger guys and women, when they talk about Carti, they always be like, yo, Carti, like they might say something, I heard the song. I'm like, did you see what he had on? Did you see what he was doing? That's how he was looking? Like, so that's really what's working for Carti, in a sense. I'm not saying he doesn't make good music. I'm not saying he's not successful at his art and his craft. I'm just saying that he knows how to navigate through his controversy, and that's what sells for him. So yeah, I saw it. I saw another video where he was playing with his hand, rubbing his shit. I was like, damn. I looked away for a minute. I looked back. I said, this nigga Carti, Playboy Carti, that nigga damn near cute. The way he was moving, he got the movement. That nigga was cute. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never just looked at no nigga like, this nigga kind of cute or something. I get that how you can get away with it. You got to put the something on, like, this nigga kind of cute or something. The nigga really had, like, let's be for real, dog. the nigga had the gestures and the movement down to a science, the way the nigga was doing his eyes, the way nigga had in slow motion. I was like, damn, man, he doing this shit better than a lot of girls who be trying to do it. So that's his thing, man. Coco, do you find Playboy Carti cute?
I can't wait for this segment to drop.
You don't know how you look? Google Playboy Carti. See, let me ask my daughter. That's my oldest daughter, because she's of that age group, you know what I'm saying? For me, when I see it, I'm just like, maybe he is, but who am I to judge who he is or what he does? I'm not here for that. I got limited time on earth. I don't want to spend my time judging motherfuckers, to be honest with you. I want to spend my time enjoying the fruits of my labor, the fruits of my loins. You know, I want to live. I just want to leave a legacy. I don't really have time or make time to judge people. So with the makeup, is it makeup or you just saying he looks made up? What are you saying?
It looks like makeup. Like from the picture that I'm seeing.
So in this day and era, you're a junior in college. You seeing a lot of that now. Is that the look?
That's the look. Yeah.
That's the look.
They walk around campus like that.
So is that attractive to you? Are you attracted to that? No, I'm serious. I know I'm your father. I'm asking you a question. But you attracted? Okay. Because some people are. I mean, you know, it's a little different these days. I mean, because let's be for real. If you look back at some of the things that we was doing when we was the way we was dressing, y'all, the kids be laughing at us the same way we looking at y'all like, what the hell is y'all doing? It's no different. You know, it's just now we have social media, we have the internet, so we're able to kind of mix and mingle and infuse a lot of the different things from different cultures, the arts, the lingo, the food, the way of life, the expression, and all of it kind of gets mixed in this melting pot. You know what I'm saying? I remember we used to go to the West Coast. You knew a West Coast nigga. You saw Dickie suits. You saw long, high top tube socks and Chucks. You know what I'm saying? It was the way a nigga wore his hair. It's a certain look about it. And you like niggas mixed with a little more Latino, like Mexican. Like niggas got a little look, the skin color a little different. Nigga like jawline a little different, you know what I'm saying? Then you go on down to New Orleans and niggas look different. Niggas slug the fuck out. Niggas got a certain look. Niggas shave their face clean. Niggas ain't wearing beards in New Orleans. You know why? It's really hot and muggy maybe, you know? Niggas hold their mouth like this. You know why they hold their mouth like this, nigga? Because it's muggy. It's stuffy than a bitch out there, nigga. It's the humidity make a nigga feel like, shit. When you see a New York nigga, why niggas hold their shoulders together so close and move so fast? You know why? You wanna know why? Because it's cold, nigga. And it's a lot of people. So a nigga cold and don't want to move too much. You hit nobody. It's cold, nigga. So you be talking to a New York nigga talk fast, nigga move like this, and you know, nigga talk a certain way. You like, why y'all turn y'all mouth to the side? Because it be cold, nigga can see they breath coming out. Nigga direct they breath when they talking to you so the breath don't hit you. You know, it's just different things, man. I just be on my other shit sometimes.
Okay. That was a nice little tangent. Like,
nigga like,
and I'll just let you go with it.
This nigga over here writing notes. He like, I done found out my wife, I thought that Vlad TV bring me on Vlad TV because I say good stuff. I done figured out, because they been saying, why Vlad don't ever interview you? And I done finally figured out, because Shawn Prez is my therapist that was hired by my wife, and I just found this shit out. He over there right now. Okay, this nigga will go off on a tangent. Throw it up and lay up, and he gonna run with it. So you my therapist. All right. This shit's good. It works for me.
Nah, but this is therapy.
Thank you.
I love these conversations.
Thank you.
Okay, we gonna go to a lighter note.
Come on, let's go.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Who you got?
Huh? Who I got?
Who does Jock have? We going on the record with this.
I believe, let me tell you what I believe. I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe it's gotta be a real good fight. It's an exhibition match, but it has to be a really good fight. Arlington, Texas, right? July?
Yep.
Okay. I really think it's gonna be a good fight. Now, here's the thing. Mike Tyson, pushing 60 years old, he's gotta move the fuck out of the way. It's over with, right? No legend wants to go out on the bottom. You always wanna go out on the top. But you also don't wanna go out when the guy who may be the next up and coming, the people are rallying to get the money because he's got to be the person to carry this torch in a sense. And not, I mean, hey, I walked in the barbershop My dog Shaq told me he loved Mike Tyson. He said Jake Paul gonna whoop Mike Tyson ass. My donor didn't even let Shaq cut my hair for the day. I like, man, you out your goddamn mind. If you thought I'm gonna let you cut my hair with them hands, that's going against Mike. But then again, I got to thinking, I said, shit, man. We don't know how this shit gonna go. Mike Tyson, I ain't never seen Jake Paul smoke no weed. Mike Tyson got weed and vapes. He got his own lines of this shit. So I don't know. Now, he still move aggressive than a bitch. I know Jake Paul got to feel some sense of like, hey, this goddamn Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson hit that goddamn boy with one of them goddamn,
You know,
Going down.
I'm gonna tell you something.
going down. He going down. But then Tyson got to be careful too now. Jake quake his ass with one of them goddamn, hello. You ain't see that bit coming. You get rattled enough. And that young ass boy get on his ass. You can't bite that white boy now. You gonna get some charges. You bite that goddamn white boy if you want to, then you ain't gonna you gonna get some goddamn charges. But I don't know. Who you think gonna take this fight? How you think it's gonna play out?
You know, real talk, I'm always gonna go for Tyson. That's number one. I'm always gonna put my money on Tyson. But you just brought up, for anybody who, I mean, we old enough to remember when Tyson was really out here taking dudes' heads off. That Tyson don't exist no more. For anybody out here who's nostalgic and they want to see that Tyson, this man, Tyson smoked weed. Tyson has been in therapy for years. That killer instinct, that dog, that beast within that made him Tyson, he's been using the last 25, 30 years to get rid of that guy. Tyson's a whole new dude. Tyson cry now. Tyson sit around and he super intellectual and calm. I don't know if he can conjure that person up in 2024.
My boy, when that dog in you, just cause it ain't barking every day don't mean that nigga won't wake up one day and be like, roo, roo. That's a big dog. Why you crazy as hell? But let me say this. Let me quit talking shit. Let me say this. I'm 44, right? And there's certain shit I can't do as well as I used to. Just simple shit.
That's exactly where I was going with this.
Simple shit. Nigga, when I walk in the club, my son coming up with me, the young boys coming up with me, they walk in, shoot, without even looking, step up on boom, boom, be on the goddamn section, quick. I have to take my time. When it's time for me to walk in and get in the section, I'd be like, all right, let me make sure I do this right. I can't afford to fall in front. I go in, all right, cool, shit. Right here, okay, cool. I try to make it look cool and shit. Cause I really don't want to exert too much energy. I can't afford to fall. I ain't never broke a bone. Let me knock on wood. I ain't never broke a bone in my life, and I ain't trying to. I be thinking about shit like that. You know, when you get older, man, shit change. Man, goddamn, Jake hit Tyson one good ass time and wake some shit up in that nigga. Y'all be talking about, boy, get him out of there. He finna kill that white boy. Get him out. He get on Jake ass, and y'all be like, yeah, he done snapped that. I'm telling you now, you all right. Y'all better have the paramedics ringside. I know they be anyway, but if Jake hit his ass the right way, and don't have him look at him and give him a look like, yeah, bitch ass. Because you know you could look at somebody and right now I can look at you. If I look at you like this right here, you know what I'm saying, like bitch ass, weak ass. You know what I'm saying? If Jake Paul just looked at Tyson and it looked like he like, lame ass, that shit might wake something up in Tyson. He might just goddamn hit his ass with the fist of fury. I don't know. I'm just talking shit right now because you can tell what I get excited about. I'm actually excited about the fight.
Nah, but I'm gonna tell you, and this is real as I could put it.
Come on.
Tyson wasn't just a brawler. He was a professional boxer who understands the sweet science of boxing.
Not the sweet
Now,
science.
With that being said,
Yeah.
Tyson pushing 60, and it's something about that old man's strength. Like, old men just got a different level of strength. So he still got them heavy paws. If he connect, it's going to be a problem for
Body
Jake.
blows. Body blows.
Yeah.
Body blows. And the one thing about it, wherever he hit Jake at, we gonna be able to see where he hit him at. That shit gonna start, he gonna start changing colors. That shit go to, from that shit gonna like pink, and that shit go red. Then when that shit start turning purple in them spots, that's blood. That mean he fucking connected. And when you if we get to that in this exhibition match, we gonna know that old man strength is still alive and it is not to be played with.
Absolutely. And I ended on this. And the reason I bring up that he understands the sweet science, a lot of people thought his brother Logan Paul had a chance against Floyd Mayweather. You might be bigger. You might be a little stronger. But that boy Floyd, he's the epitome of the sweet science. Mike Tyson, he understands boxing. And you see how it turned out for Logan.
Them boys just building a legacy, man. It don't matter to them. Them boys could take some blows and, you know, they gonna go in there and they gonna fight. It's entertainment. Can't nobody else talk about going in no ring with Tyson. I don't. Who else you know around this more talking big cash money talk? I'll fight Tyson. Just who? I ain't heard nobody. You heard somebody else?
Nah, I mean, first and foremost, Tyson is at an age and he's at a point in his career, it take a check to get him back in the ring. So I don't know what this man's purse look like, but he understand them Paul brothers, they gonna bring the fans out, they gonna bring the pay-per-view out, and I'm gonna get a nice payday. So that's first and foremost.
Well, they better be careful, because I hope they don't have to bring a pallbearer out for one of them Paul brothers, goddamn, because they got them Tyson. I'm telling you now listen, been smoking their weed. You know, they got the fentanyl in the weed and shit. I just hope he don't get I'm just saying. Goddamn, I'm Tyson click out, goddamn, knock that boy head off. That boy head landing somebody on their front row lap. That shit gonna be tragic.
Well, I'm with Tyson all day. There's a new season of BMF out. That being said, Big Meech, he got something like 32 months cut from his sentence. He's getting out in 2025. You're from Atlanta. We know BMF started in Detroit, but their home base, what they're known for is, the whole Atlanta thing that they took to another level. Did you ever have an opportunity to chill and hang out and party with them dudes?
Yes. And that shit was different. I'd never seen nothing like that shit in my life, man. I'm saying for real, because I remember the first time I was hearing about him. Like, who y'all talking about? Big who? Who know him? Like, nah, you don't know him. You too young. You don't know nothing. I'm like, who he is? And I just never forget going to Magic City with my brother Chino, Wingo from Jagged Edge. I think AI might have met us there. Meech was there. And when he was walking in, they were like, that Meech right there. I was like, this the nigga with all the money right here? Okay, look like he just was cool. Man, I never forget them bringing out that money, man, bringing out that tray. And them niggas was busting down them goddamn ones, and they wasn't even popping the band. They just was, I'm talking about fastball, pitching them and hitting them dancers in the head. But I was like, God, I hadn't seen that before. They was doing different kind of shit, bro. They was like, them niggas would come in and buy at the bar. So if you wanted to buy anything, you had to fuck with them. You had to pay them to get you something to drink. It was just different shit. I remember going to goddamn Jazzy T, seeing just different things. These niggas pulling up in all these fucking exotic cars. It was crazy. Rest in peace to my girl, man. Juice. And BMF, man, you know, Juice was my dog, and Juice used to like me, man. And Juice has always kept me kind of plugged in. And I just remember going to New Orleans. I think it was for Essence. No, was it Essence? I think it might have been Essence. I can't remember what it was, but we went to New Orleans, and I'll never forget it. She was like, I want you to come down with us. We're going to kick it. Meek's throwing a car show. I was like, a car show? Man, I got out there and seen all them goddamn Maybachs and Phantoms and Lambs and Escalades and just cars. And I never forget this. I like, damn, bro. I like, shit. Juice saying, goddamn, she might try to see if we could sign with Meek. I never forget this shit. And my brother was like, he like, boy, he has to be out of here. He like, but boy, these niggas in these streets for real. He like, look over there across the street. It was a cemetery across the street. I never forget this shit. I looked over there. Got them white boys in the cemetery like they here. Big professional cameras. I'm talking about the feds was watching. And I was like, ooh. And it wasn't long after that, they got busted. So I saw that shit. I saw how them niggas was running the streets. It was crazy. It was just crazy because you never seen nothing like it. You know, you coming down 75, 85, and you see that goddamn, because you know, JD had the So Def Welcome to Atlanta billboard. That was big for us. That was like, damn, you coming from the airport, that's the first thing you see down there, like, damn, these black people get money in Atlanta, right? And JD billboard was almost this color, like a neon yellow kind of shit type. BMF got the one that was like 3 times the size of JD that sat right behind it. And that shit said BMF. Black Mafia family, the world is yours. I ain't gonna lie to you, when I saw that sign, I was like, oh, these niggas going to jail. I'm like, either these niggas is the feds or they really don't give no fuck. Cause I'm like, but that's a big ass billboard. And these niggas walk around with these t-shirts and chains on. That was a billboard. And you would see people slow down, taking pictures. Cause you hadn't seen nothing like it. You ain't too many more cities you gonna go to. And the D-boys got billboards. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life, dog. Nigga, we had birthday bash. Nigga, Meek done pulled a helicopter over birthday bash, and that bitch just dropping out flyers for his party and shit. And it's like, a helicopter, nigga, who the fuck? I'm waiting for them to get into the season where they start showing all the wild shit that niggas was doing in Atlanta. Cause I think that's what's going on in this season now, right? They coming to the city or whatever. Cause boy, yo, it was just some moments, man. It was some shit you never seen. And then not only did they just have the money, but they also had a face where you had Meech, right? Then you had your J-Bo, you know, you had Blue Da Vinci. Like you seeing these niggas for real, like this nigga right there. But then them niggas had Jeezy. One of the coldest dope boy rappers that we ever heard. That nigga had signature ad-libs. Ha ha. Chill. That's right. Like, I mean, the nigga really didn't have to rap. The nigga could have made a song called Ad-libs and nigga, we was gonna sing them. Cause most real street niggas really had like ad-libs. Master P had, that nigga Jesus said, yeah. Chill. Let's get it. The nigga had ad-libs, man. And the nigga was talking that shit so good. He wasn't just rapping. The nigga was saying shit. Whole car strapping. I ain't talking seat belts. So you had this nigga who was on the forefront like, ooh, this nigga give you chills when he talk this street shit because he's so convincing. Then it ain't like, let me investigate. You ain't got to investigate. This nigga is moving with niggas that got billboards and dropping motherfucking flyers over concerts out of helicopters, and you go to a nigga birthday and the nigga got lions, tigers, and giraffes, nigga. Somebody going to jail. Somebody got dog. Man, let me tell you something, man. I ain't never seen no shit like that. I ain't never seen it. Even when I got around rich niggas, I still ain't seen some of the shit like I seen with these niggas, man. You don't know what it's like to just watch a nigga buy all the ones in the club. How if you need ones, I got to go to the, wait a minute, hold on. I can't get 1,000 ones. They bought them all out. Excuse me, let me ask you a question. How many ones did them niggas buy? They got like 200,000 ones. They finna throw $200,000 in here tonight. And by the time you look up, if you can't see the flow. Even niggas who ain't even really got on a BMF t-shirt, them niggas holding 2 bottles type shit. Like, who giving these? Okay, these niggas gotta be printing this money somewhere. They not selling dope. They printing money and we believe it. Niggas, that was a hard time to try to be a parent and tell your child, don't follow in these footsteps. That was one of the hardest times to tell a child. Cause a nigga like, man, fuck what y'all talking about. I don't want to be shit, but what them niggas doing, cause they made it look so glamorous. They made it look so like, I had never seen nobody be considered a dope boy or a plug and moving like this. I thought them niggas was kin to Pablo Escobar or something. Like, them niggas was really feeding the streets, man. Atlanta had a bag, dog. You never seen no shit like that. Them niggas, and when them niggas got knocked, you could feel it. That shit dried up for a minute. Niggas was like, niggas really went to robbing out this bitch because it was like, damn, nigga, we done created this lifestyle with all this good money. This money done dried up. These niggas locked up. Niggas ain't supplying no more of this work, nigga. Shit was crazy.
Nah, that movement was different, brother.
Way different.
It was different for anybody who lived through it, had an opportunity to experience it. That was balling. I mean, it's an understatement to say it was balling on steroids. That was balling on, I mean, I don't even know if the word is made up yet. Like they was somewhere different.
Nigga, that was accelerated flexing, premeditated balling. That shit was accelerated, bro. I'm telling you, I never seen no shit like that. That was the first time when I seen Puff, I was with JD, Jermaine Dupri, Nitty, Miss B, right? Megan Good was there with us. Nigga, we had visions, nigga. I watched Boys in the Hood walking that motherfucker with BMF, Baby D, Diddy, and I was like, this shit gotta be a movie. This gotta be a movie. There's no way these people got this much money. Then when you look outside and you see every car cost 300, 400, 500, 600,000, and it's 20 of them. So when niggas talking about foreigners back to back, switching lanes, you like, it's like somebody just dropped them niggas out of nowhere. Like them niggas wasn't even kids before. Like them niggas was born rich and just born as adults and just sprinkle the hood with some of these rich ass niggas and just let them go crazy. Shit was amazing.
Okay.
You just let me go off on a whole tangent about this.
Because you stay going off on the tangent.
These niggas was rich, dog.
I gotta reel you back in.
Because there's a lot of people who didn't see that shit. They heard of it. It was a lot of hearsay. And now they watching this documentary trying to see you because they didn't really see it. They could talk about the words BMF. But when you out here and you seeing that shit was just like, nah. That shit was like, them niggas was like a championship team. You know, on the team win the championship, they do a parade. They go out for the after party after the shit. The niggas just going, everybody gonna blow some money. Every time them niggas went out, it looked like they won a championship. Amazing.
That's a great way to put it, real talk. That's a great way to put it. Every time that they went out, it looked like, I remember being down and I gotta switch topics, but I'm gonna just throw this in. I remember going, just like you, going down to Miami one year. My brother, you talk about a convoy for 3-4 blocks of exotic cars, like straight exotic cars that stretch for about 4 blocks with one team driving slow up and down Ocean. It's like, yo, come, and just like you, I've been around very, very successful people. The level that they flexed on, it was just different. It was. You know, and this is not hyperbole. You know how stories over years, they take on lives of their own, and you know, it becomes something more than what it was in real time. Everything you're saying is factual. Everything you're saying, like, this is not embellishment. They did it different. Tasha K
Yep.
claims her stepsister trapped you
Mm-hmm.
by having a child.
Mm-hmm.
Any truth?
I was dealing with this young lady. During the time I had a situation, you know, I was kind of in that, in a blind spot dealing with Kendra. I didn't know which way we was gonna go. I was just kind of like, I had known this woman. I, wasn't even trying to lock in or nothing, on nothing else. It was cool. I never had touched her. She never said anything sexual out the way to me, vice versa. And I was dealing with some things. I was going through I don't even know if I want to use the term depression, because I wasn't depressed, but I may have been on my way there with some things I was dealing with mentally, family, spiritually, just all in all. And so yeah, life happened. Had this child. I had to keep it a secret because I really didn't know if it was my child or not. I just, me and Kendra's back together. I'm losing my mind. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm getting gray hairs. I'm trying to do everything I can. And it happened. So it takes two to tango. So, I don't know if Tasha K wanted to just put this negative light on this young lady because they don't like each other. But the interesting thing is, I remember when she started snooping around, she was saying all these different names and making all these allegations. Then the night of my wedding, and I already spoke to my wife. Well, she's my wife now. I spoke to Kendra. I said, Kendra, I do still want to marry you, and I cannot move forward as a man without coming clean and being forthcoming about the situation. There's a child, and I want to let you know, I want to give you the opportunity to decide if you still want to go forward, because this is a very big turning point in your life and mine as well. And I just cannot be so negligent to not give you the opportunity to decide if you want to move forward with this or not. I already felt low about the situation because here I am hiding a kid. I felt low about the situation because maybe I didn't, make the best decision at that time in my life. I'm just at a low, and here I am in the church telling my wife as we're having premarital counseling. And she decided that, we would have to work on some things, and I agreed, and I was up to the challenge, and she was up for the challenge, and we moved forward. So here we are, the night of our wedding, right before we say our dues, Tasha K, this woman decides to leak this story to the shade room. So by the time, before we can even say I do, people in the audience like, oh shit, look at this shit. God damn, what the fuck is this? Is this real? I don't know. God damn, hurry up and say I do so we can talk about it. Let's get to the reception. And so it's very interesting. And that night I did speak to Tasha K. I did speak to Tasha K via Instagram. And I was just like, man, it don't make no sense how people really just be trying to cause issues for people, man, and get in your business and fuck shit up and whatnot. And it is what it is. I don't see her name coming up. But then Tasha K recently came out because she saw me on Vlad speak about her. And you know how that shit go. People get upset. Oh, you had the nerve to open your mouth about me, say all these things. And I did. I said what I said because I didn't fuck with the way Tasha K tried to handle shit. I felt like that was really, it was just really lame of her. But this is how she get paid. This her world. She ain't no different than 1090 Jake. She found what worked for her, and that's how she paying her bills, right? Now, I think when we had our conversation, she already knew the whole Cardi B thing was looming. So I think when she thought about it, she said, what if I'm goddamn wrong? So she retracted it and the shit came down. That's why you didn't hear about it much. All right. So she recently come out doing all this boasting. She said that, this young lady is her stepsister and they used to keep her kids. She ain't never have a kid. She spoke about some shit about, she had something to do with the death of her kid's father. And she's just spewing out all this evil shit, man, this toxic ass shit. And she kept saying how, they stepsisters. Well, here's the story. Just to be real clear, real quick. Glow father married Tasha K's mother. But they didn't have a relationship at this point. They weren't talking. She had never really even rocked out with Tasha K. And so I believe what happened was Tasha K wanted to be a part of the mix. Like, kind of like probably with a pure heart at that time. Like, you my sister, you know how people could be like, I want to fuck with you. But then in a sense, she not rocking with her own father. So why is she gonna rock with anybody associated with him? You know how it goes sometimes, like, look, I don't even fuck with him, so what am I gonna fuck with you for? And I think that's what created that turmoil between them. So I got a text message right here. This is so funny. February the 10th, 2015. This is from Tasha K. Hey, Glow, can you call me? My mom is freaking out. Your dad is fine. It's really petty, but she is my mom, and I want her to stop worrying. Anyways, I hope all is well with you and the babies. So you can see that she's trying to be, it's like an olive branch, like I'm trying to extend this love to you. That was February 11th. No response. That was February 10th. February 11th, she says, also, I've been meaning to talk to you about this. I sort of know a little bit about your history. Nothing bad or anything. I would be honored if you were to share your story on my radio show. I see how much you have worked hard to get to where you are. If you're interested, which I really hope that you are, please consider talking with me about doing a full show. Here is my website for reference, www.realhealthrealbeauty.com. Boom. May 28, 2009. That was what, 15. Hey, Glow, it's your stepsister, Tasha. Add me on. So apparently they wasn't rocking. You get what I'm saying? They wasn't rocking. You didn't even know this woman for real. And I can go into more of it. I just choose not to. But man, again, fuck Tasha. Maybe I should. Cause she gets real nasty with her. She'll swear she dropping all the jewels and shit when she really be with the bullshit. Anyway, you could tell from these messages, she don't even know the girl. She don't even know her. They never rocked out, She was talking about how they was keeping her kids, how this girl almost died on the table. She's doing a lot of this. And I think what happens is she probably see, well, okay, the Cardi B lawsuit wasn't that bad. I was able to escape. All I got to do is just not show where I'm getting money at. What they going to do? Because she won a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? It's so much I can put out there about this lady. I don't even give a fuck about it. It don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? And with the lawsuit she got coming up. She got 2 coming. I don't even got to speak about it. We'll be on here talking about it again, so I might as well just let it fester, do what it does, and then when it's time to talk about it, we will. Because I can't even get these other 2 messages to pull up. But yeah, Tasha K, that's what it is. I honestly think that she actually had a pure heart and wanted to be, considered family with Glow and her family. And I think it just didn't manifest. And over the years, she's just been hating on the girl.
All right. You know something? Dre and Michelle, 39 years old, been dating NBA baller Jalen Green, 22 years old. And they recently made the announcement that she's expecting his child. A lot of people have opinions about this, considering she has a 21-year-old. What's your thoughts on this?
I don't got no thoughts on it, to tell you the truth. Shit, he grown, ain't he? She grown.
He grown, NBA baller.
Hey, just because her son and this young man is close to the same age, they might not be the same. They might not be the same mentally. They might not be the same financially. They might not be the same spiritually. At the end of the day, grown is grown. Because let me tell you something, when I was 17, I was knocking down women 35, 36 years old. By the time I was 19, I was knocking them down 45. So what? I mean, for me, I'm always be like, what is everybody in the uproar about? Because people want, you know what it is. It's people like, damn, older bitch. Let some of these young bitches go out here and trick them out the bag. Bitch, you done had your time in the sun. That's what it is, for real, at the end of the day. It's like, damn, bitch, leave something for us broke bitches. You already got it, like, bitch. Like, for real, at the end of the day, she doing what she wanted to do. And it ain't like she conned him out of nothing. Did she con him out of something? Because older guys do it all the time. This is what happens. It's no different than you rushing to become an adult. And as soon as you become an adult, you be like, damn, I want to go in reverse. This shit real. It happens the same way with men and women. That's why by the time a younger man, he chasing an older woman. But as he's chasing an older woman, as he gets up in age, his age scaling for her goes in the reverse almost. It's like, oh, shit, I need a younger chick, because she's set in her ways. She don't want to listen to a nigga. She about trying to tell me, she trying to act like my goddamn mama. At least I get some kind of authority or some type of, you want to ask me questions. Because sometimes, with an older man and an older woman can't tell the older man shit, and the older man can't tell the older woman shit because they both think they know everything. So a younger woman like a younger man, because a woman's natural nature is to nurture. So when she get that younger man, she can kind of nurture him. She can kind of school him, and he gonna listen to her a little more. Like she might say, "Look, boo, don't spend your money on that. I know you want to get that car. That car, how much? $700,000 for a Lamborghini. That's cool. Baby, why don't you do this? Why don't you go over here? It's an apartment building over here. You should buy that. I know it's in the hood. You don't got to be there. Buy that shit, renovate it out. They want $800,000 for it. They want $3 million for it. You finna spend $800 cash. Put this $800 down on that. Buy that, renovate it, rent it out. You might not need the money now, but let that money accumulate, or let one of your family members. This, like, older woman might tell a man that. So I ain't mad at Dre. Do your thing, baby. But that's what it is. People feel like, oh, she old, or she done put that good whoop wop on him and make him go in his bag. And it would have been no different if she was messing with a guy a little older or her age with the bag. If he in there and leave that DNA, what you think gonna happen? Nothing. Same shit. Ain't nothing no different. I see older men with younger women all the time. Nobody saying nothing about that. So what's the problem? You got a problem with it?
No, I don't. I don't.
about
You raised some real good points. Men have been doing this for years.
But when I was younger, I went after older women. That's what I wanted. I wanted an older. Then she bad, like nigga, like, boy, look at that. She sitting on the sideline, you out here balling and hooping. And she paying attention to you, like, oh God, they be wet. That trail. For him, his age, think about when she came out, 10 years ago? 10, 11 years ago, when she really had hit and was popping. And like, man, I remember my label coming to me saying, yo, I think we should put Drea in your video. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, let me see Drea. Let me see the one you talking about. I was like, oh yeah, she is. And like, okay, yeah, hell yeah. She was popping. She was popping. So a young nigga, think about 10 years ago when that nigga was 10, looking at this beautiful ass woman like, God damn it, she ain't aged much from when he was 10. Now he big 10, he big 20, and he standing up on him. When that meat get hard, he wanna put it somewhere. And he looking at the thing he been looking at for the last 10 years of his life. Now he could touch it. I could she look at what I'm exchanging up. She going with me. She saying okay to what I'm, yeah. She tuned that motherfucker up. When I tell her to, man, please. Everybody who talking shit about Dre, just shit the fuck down and let her live her life out. Because see, where it look good now, whatever gotta come with that shit down the line, ain't none of y'all gonna be there to goddamn advocate for her whenever she going through the bullshit and the trials and tribulations of the decision she made today, all right? So let that person be. Focus on your own motherfucking self. That's what I say.
Agreed. You know something, Jock? It seemed like every time I do an interview, I got to talk to you about this YSL Rico case going. Yo, this thing is a freaking circus, bro. Did you see that witness they had up on the stand that legitimately was like, yo, y'all got some water? Because I'm high as
Little
hell.
thirsty.
Yeah.
Little parched throat.
Yo,
Little
you
high
couldn't
as
even make this up.
fuck, I need some water. Hell yeah, I saw him. Hell yeah, I saw him. And I thought that shit was brilliant. I was like, This nigga that came in and said, hey man, I ain't gonna need a lot. You know? But can I get some water or something? I'm high. Fuck. And when you highlight that, if he was truly high in real life, when you highlight that, you don't care about nothing else. You not trying to hide that shit, nigga. I'm high. I'm about to die. Can I get some water? Yo, that shit, I just was like, I just feel like the judge. What's it? Euro Glanville?
Yeah.
Glanville. Hey, Your Honor, if this get to you, man, I think somebody gonna send this shit to him. I just know my heart hurts. If this get to you, man, you gonna need a real long sabbatical when this shit over. You gonna need to go get you some real R&R and just chill the fuck out for a minute, cause this is a long ass case, and you seeing some shit we ain't never seen. You got niggas high. You got this a state with this nigga high. You got niggas get up out the back of the courtroom, walk and give a nigga some pills. The fuck? You got a nigga here playing dumb on the motherfucking stand. I mean, goddamn, Judge Glanville, but I know you gonna, I know you be fucking up the Casamigos at the end of the night. That shit, man. I know. This trial been going on so long. They say Judge Glanville don't even be wearing no full outfit under that robe no more. He just get out the bed with that motherfucker on the court. He just come to court. Man, fuck that shit. And then get out of the shower and whisk that motherfucker on. This goddamn case, man, I ain't seen no shit like this, man. I'm like, what the fuck going on?
Jock,
No.
if they told this to you, if you didn't see it with your own eyes, you would be like, yo, get the F out of here. Like, no way.
Well, you know what? You absolutely right. But here's the thing. You couldn't describe it. There's no way you could even describe this to me if I didn't see it.
Correct.
Because they were like, yeah, man, the man was high on the stand. He said he was high. So you telling me the nigga said while he was in court, he needs some water because he high as fuck? Nah. I ain't saying no shit like I wouldn't believe it. And
none of us would believe it. It would be impossible.
But you know who I got to take my hat off to? Just in the midst of it all. Thug, he been having the same facial expression through all this shit. From when he was skinny Thug to now he fat Thug. Like, he done had the same facial expression. Thug don't even do nothing but move his eye left and right. Every picture they draw a thug, he all be like him. Then they got down to the two attorneys. Then they got down courtroom arguing and shit. Judge Glanville gonna snap out on one of these. I'm telling you.
Nah, but yo, Chuck,
I know he going
the
through it.
defense
That
attorney
lady
said,
Your Honor, I said I'm not. I was talking before he interrupted me. He's like, man, but yeah, but look, but God damn it, look. When he said, them bitch look. I said, what the fuck? I was in the courtroom that day. He said, the bitch look now. I done told both of y'all to sit the fuck down and quit, he know what to say, and quit bringing up, he wants to bringing up this stupid ass shit. He like, quit bringing up things that I've told you are inadmissible. You keep trying to introduce it to the court. The court does not want to be introduced. I said, oh, this nigga is personifying the courtroom as a person. The court does not want to be introduced to no new niggas and no new evidence. We got 338 witnesses, nigga. Don't bring now, hey. Tell them we sold out. The judge say we sold out. Don't bring no more witnesses in here. This shit done got out of hand.
yo, but do you understand the defense attorney said that this trial will be going on until 2027 with the amount of witnesses they got?
How much you want to bet?
This is already the longest trial in history.
I know, in history of Georgia. But wait. I'm willing to take a bet. I bet you Judge Glanville sit behind that goddamn podium with some Gucci flip-flops. I bet you that nigga back there, I bet you he probably ain't got no socks on. He probably rubbed the fuck out of his toe. Yeah, I know these folk getting on my goddamn there. Cause that's probably the only thing make him feel comfortable. He probably back there fucking them toes up. Yo, put your toe between the toes. Cause, hey man, I'm just sitting here looking at him like, damn, day in, day out, he gotta sit here and listen to this shit. He gotta listen to this shit. He gotta take objections or sustain objection. Like, it's a lot, man. Judge, I just want to tell you, come to Boogaloo on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, we be hosting. You know what I'm saying? We got free hookah, Judge. You know what I'm saying? We got good prices. You come down there, Judge Glanville, I'm gonna hook you up with whatever bottle you want. I'm gonna give you one time. I give you 2 Tuesdays. I'm gonna fuck with you. That means there's 2 bottles, there's 2 sections, and that's 2 hookahs. Cause I know you need it. I know that nigga tired of this case. He at the house goddamn praying like hell somebody just say fuck it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something tell me we gonna be discussing this case for the next year.
We gonna see. I know he tired of this shit. I'm tired of it.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Imagine how you think Thug feel. How you think Thug feel?
Thug feel like I'm coming home. That's what Thug feel like. Like, y'all keep wasting the state's money. I'm coming home. All right, your man Kanye West. He got the #1 song again. I mean, is there any stopping this dude? Has Kanye proven that he cannot be canceled?
I think when you're talking about an artist who's as phenomenal as a Kanye West, you know, most artists, to maintain that superstar appeal, they have to be running, all cylinders have to be running, at maximum capacity. They have to be running on all cylinders. And I think that Kanye is one of those people. It's about timing for him. He just hit y'all with the Super Bowl commercial. He's like, what the fuck I'm gonna go pay all these high-paid actors and all this money for a production company to produce my commercial when every day I promote from my phone. So he did his commercial from his phone and paid, I guess, I'm assuming, the $7 million for the Super Bowl ad. He like, y'all niggas crazy. Then what he did, instead of putting the money into the inventory, what they would probably normally do, they put the money into the commercial and they let people, it's just like a drop ship almost. So they didn't put the money up front for the motherfucking clothes, the merchandise. Once you ordered it, then you find out you had a 2-week wait. So he done spent, instead of spending the money on the commercial, he spent the money on the commercial just to show the commercial, just for you to see that shit, just for your viewership during the Super Bowl, right? Then you turn around and you like, oh yeah, okay, ooh, it's a sale, boom. I'm gonna order this and I'm gonna order that. Well, when you ordering this and ordering that, that shit don't even exist yet. So you done gave him the money. You done gave him his re-up money without product. And he done basically said, thank y'all. I'm gonna take the profit over here. I'm gonna take the little bit over here, the little principle to get you your shit. There you go. Genius, phenomenal, right? Boom. Then he turned around and he dropped this new song. What's the new song called? Carnival. And I ain't taking no shots because the song jamming, but you know what that song sound like? Shag West. Shag West, how you say that shit? Dun, 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 it's the same shit. I said, oh, brilliant. Magnificent. I mean, he just doing what he do. Sometimes you just can't be scared. Some people get scared. They don't know what to do. They're overthinking. I think Kanye just like, fuck it, go. I done hit go so many times that it's muscle memory, just say go. Go. And that's how you gotta be, man. Anybody successful will tell you, you don't have to put out the greatest product. Because everybody doesn't purchase your product because it's the greatest product. They're willing to purchase your product because it's the most consistent product that they can get their hands on. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Waffle House is not the greatest meal in Atlanta at 2 a.m, but it's consistent. You know them hash brown gonna be crispy crunchy. You know that motherfucking waffle with or without pecan gonna come off that motherfucker a little warm. Like it gonna be warm. You know that chicken melt, you know that patty melt, you know that Texas melt, that grill gonna be hot. It gonna have the right amount of grease, the right amount of salt, and you can put as much seasoning and whatever sauce you wanna put on it. It's consistent because you know what? You know it's gonna be open whenever you need it to be open, when everything else ain't. So I think that's what Kanye has been killing y'all at. Well, I'm sorry, let me not use that word. He's been killing shit because he ain't killing nobody. He's just been giving y'all that drip that y'all willing to pay for because you can get it consistently.
You know, this guy, to your point, for the last 20 plus years, this guy has been incredibly consistent in so many areas, fashion, music, production. Like this dude has not took his foot off the gas. But it's just interesting, to think he's one of the few people I've seen that it almost feels like he's dodged being canceled. Now, it remains to be seen if he's ever going to do business with corporate America again. But if I'm a betting man, I'm saying he is. Because corporate America don't care about nothing but the bottom line. They can act like they give a crap about morality. They can act like, we're socially conscious. They're businessmen.
No, definitely.
And if this guy has still that Midas touch, he still has people who will buy into him. Somebody's going to be willing to do a deal with this man. Did you see that interview that he did? He was like, he created every style of music in the past 20 years.
I definitely saw that.
Agree or disagree? Or was Kanye off his meds that day?
No, I just think he's, hey. Because, Boosie stepped in and had to get some checking on it. I think Kanye was more so saying that he's been able to be in every one of those genres. He's created that music. I don't think he kind of meant that he created that sound. He didn't mean he created that sound. He was able to create music in every genre. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So he didn't he may not have created snap music, but during that era, he might have created a record that felt like snap music in that era. He ain't created that. I know he tried to say, and I heard it. And I heard the way he retracted it with Boosie and all that, respectfully, but Yeah. You got to get them talking. It's provocative. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just got to know trolling. Sometimes you got to know what pushes the button. Sometimes you got to know what a real viral payload looks like or how to create a viral payload. You know, I know how to, right now, if I want to get y'all talking, especially on this platform, I know certain shit that's going to come back when I say it. As soon as I say it, when it come out my mouth. Me even joking about the judge. I don't want no smoke, Judge Glanville. But me joking about him, I know niggas gonna say something about that shit. They gonna be like, this nigga crazy. Nigga said that nigga naked under that robe. and then I ask myself, do I ever want to, I don't mean to offend nobody because I'm not trying to be offensive, but that man might be with no nonsense. And that shit might piss him off. And then the day I'm standing in front of him for some simple ass misdemeanor shit, pray to God I never have to, he'll be like, yes, young man, you're the young man who joked about me being naked. Do you think I would ever do such a thing? You sitting there like, I shouldn't even say that, Judge. But you do got on some flip-flop, man. You know what I'm saying? You do, though. Tell you, let me see. Okay. You got on the lookout now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is what it is. People know how to push buttons. That's just like your lady. Your lady know what to say to you to make
he's a
you
master
mad.
at pushing
She know what to say
buttons,
to you to make you
the
calm down.
envelope.
She know what to say to make you scratch your head. And vice versa. It ain't no different with some of these artists and people like a Kanye. That's what he's doing. He got people moving off of the vibrations of his vocal cords and whatever he thinks. He said, y'all go with it.
Did you happen to catch that interview with Safari where he confirmed that Kanye West asked him for a threesome with Amber Rose and Nicki Minaj?
All right, so I started watching. I had so much going on, man. I didn't get a chance to get through it. But what?
Okay, to Kanye's credit, I don't think he knew that Nicki was Safari's girl. So they was in the studio or something, and Kanye kind of was like, yo, can you hook that up?
Damn. That's a hell of a blow, man. But you know, homie he was getting dealt a lot of them type of slaps to the face because it wasn't like public knowledge. You know, he was like the homie. They was in the group together and they was still rocking. So it didn't seem like that was his lady, man. You know what I mean? That had to be terrible though, because you know they out here, they want her. You know you got one of the baddest to ever do it. And niggas is at her neck and her back. Her neck and her back. I'm telling you, what I'm saying? Nigga at the top. I mean, it's Nicki Minaj, nigga. Like, yeah, nigga, I got Amber Rose right here. Like, I would love to. You think you hooked that up? Nah, nigga.
Yo, can you imagine Kanye sliding off to the side like, yo, I don't really know you like that, but you think you could hook that up?
The nerve of you, nigga. The audacity. Nah, I can't hook that up. Fuck wrong with you, man.
And I don't even know. And here's the deal. You know Nicki's person. I don't even know if Safari was allowed to tell, like, the industry, yo, that's my girl. Like, people knew, but it was never no public declaration at the time.
Well, you know, I went through something very similar. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, you know, I think that's why, you know, I try to make myself, no matter what I got going on with my ex-wife, I try to be as reasonable with her whenever we have communication about anything involving our kids, because I feel like I didn't give her the best of that space during our marriage, because I was out here telling the world I was single. You know, I had to tell the world I was single. The label was saying, please don't say that you married. Like, you so young, you're gonna kind of just turn people away. Nobody's gonna want to, it's like you're a married man, like you're already established. There's nothing else to do. You're married and you're rich now. Like, so, you know, I would always say I'm single as a $2 bill. But it's, even though it's one bill, it's still two. So it still was saying I was married, but it's just a single bill, because when you become married, two becomes one. So it was kind of like my own little, like, yeah, I'm still gonna catch it. Nobody caught it. And I just kept riding with that shit. And it was very unfair to my ex-wife. You know, it was very, very unfair to her, because Just imagine, like she grinded with me. She slept on the floor with me. You know, we did different shit. It's funny, the same story. We worked at Ruby Tuesday on Camp Creek. I had the weed. I was selling weed, but I was also the bartender and a waiter. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knew that we was married. So I always told people we was cousins. She told people we was cousins. So girls was coming to her like, "Ooh, I want to fuck your cousin." Niggas was, it's just funny. Like girls was telling, not even the girls. I remember we was two gay dudes that worked in the kitchen. They was telling her, "Ooh, I might try that." She like, "Oh, for what you know? I don't know how that's gonna go." Niggas coming to me like, "Hey, boy, your cousin got a fat ass, boy. Shit, put me in the game, coach." I'm saying like, nigga, this my wife, but I can't say that because that's our secret, So I can imagine what Safari was going through, and this is Nicki Minaj. So this Kanye West trying to get your girl, nigga. So imagine everywhere she go, it's a nigga lurking with that bag that he ain't have, trying to get your girl. That's hardcore.
You know, Jock, this is, I feel like we just had a breakthrough moment in therapy. Like earlier you said that this is therapeutic for you.
It is.
And for you to sit there and see life through the eyes of your ex-wife and take full accountability for what you did wrong in your relationship and understand it from her point of view, I gotta tell you, Jock, I am so proud of you. That was I'm sitting here and I'm like looking at you like, yo, this a grown ass man right here. Jock done learned from his past mistakes, and I see you with the band on your hand right now as we speak.
And I didn't wear a band in my first marriage. And
I know you did.
So, I mean, you was there. It was a lot of times you was there. You saw him just trying to behave, be this good guy. And I got all this ass being thrown at me, and I'm seeing her like, damn, I really want to be able to flex for my wife, but I can't, So I it's a lot of times when I sit back and, we would have those moments where she'd be upset or feeling some kind of way. And at that time, I didn't really get it. I'm like, it's all good. We good. But I'm like, nah, man, that's a part of what come with it. It's almost like having a beautiful wife, but you blind, nigga. You can't even see her. It's kind of like, damn, it's fucked up. Like, it's a good thing that you got her, but you can't see her. So the world never really saw who the love of my life at that moment in my life was. And I, I know it's probably some moments where she felt like I didn't give her, the fair share of her just due. It was moments she probably wanted to say, hey, it's my husband. Or she wanted me to say, hey, this is my wife. And it didn't happen. And now here I am, oh, this is my wife. I'm on TV with her. And we got down shucking and jiving and this shit. And she just like, damn, I didn't get that opportunity. We had a beautiful marriage. We made some money. We had a good lifestyle. But you still think back and it's like, that's cool. But some of that shit just be like, damn. And I find myself even more these days, I wake up and be like, damn, I ain't never think about it from that point of view. I didn't allow myself to see it from that point of view because I expected that person to see it from my point of view. And that's why this is therapeutic, because I've learned a lot just in talking about topical things and worldly things. And you start looking at yourself and doing a self-assessment. And bro, you start realizing like, damn, I ain't have to do that. I ain't have to say that. Or I should have did this, or I should have said that, or I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I didn't do that, or I'm glad this was said. So kudos to the therapy.
Good for you.
Sessions.
Good for you. Good for you.
With
The
Shawn Prez.
evolution of Jock. Good for you.
Appreciate that.
Let's go back to hip hop for a second.
Come on with it.
Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
He recently did an interview and he said Eminem is the best MC ever. Point blank, period. Now, before I get your thoughts on that, understand Dr. Dre's lineage. Dr. Dre come out of NWA. I mean, Ice Cube was writing for most of that group and is one of the bad, like that is a sick MC right there, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Dre got Snoop. Dre done pulled 50 Cent. Diamond album 50 Cent. Up out of Queens. He know a thing or two about MCs. For him to categorically say that this young man from Detroit, Michigan, white boy at that, is the dopest MC, point blank, period? What does that say to you?
It says to me that's his opinion. And he's willing to stand on his opinion. That's what it says to me. Because we don't know the feats that Dr. Dre dealt with producing these other talents. We don't know. I mean, you know, we could conclude that they were dope. You know, your Snoops, your 50 Cent, your Ice Cubes. We could conclude that they were dope and are still dope and have been dope in our culture. But what may be doper is to see somebody could take a topic that has no space in the conversation and make it a part of the conversation. Maybe he could see somebody who could take a look in the mirror and make a whole song dissing themselves and it still be a hit. See, we all define things differently. You know, he could say this is the greatest person ever because this is the person who rose to fame the fastest that I ever dealt with and had a ride as long as most of them consistently. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? He came at a time when Dre was already like super established. You get what I'm trying to say? Think about when Dre was dealing with your Ice Cubes, Snoops. Dre was Dre, but Dre was coming up with them. Dre was rapping too and shit, remember?
Yep,
You
absolutely.
know, Dre was Chronic, you know, and Snoop, they was rapping, you know. Deep Cover, you know, all this shit. Murder Was the Case. So, you know, at that time, he was still Dr. Dre, but he wasn't the Dr. Dre he would later become. And in that point of him becoming the Dr. Dre he had become, you know, M kind of came left field. Niggas wasn't expecting it. He came fast, boom, pause. Next thing you know, he was an instant icon. He got to a pinnacle possibly faster than any of those other acts that he had dealt with. So in his mind, why he considers him one of the greatest or the greatest to his world, how fast we made money and how long we've made money and the type of money we've made. You kind of get what I'm saying?
I do. And you're coming from it from a very interesting perspective because the way I took the comment, and I understand, and you're absolutely right. Let me start there. The way I took the comment was no different than, I mean, there's always the debate. Who are the greatest rappers of all time? Jay is always in that conversation. Notorious B.I.G., Nas, Tupac. You know, I didn't
Jadakiss,
look at it.
Rakim.
Yes, Jadakiss, right? And I'm so happy you said Jadakiss. Shout out to my brother Jadakiss, top 5 dead or alive. Rakim, to your point. I didn't look at it from the perspective of he found, produced, and worked with all of this different talent, and through his vernacular, yo, they're all great. But the way that this guy moved in the studio, as quickly as he put songs together, the money we made, the type of money we made, as quickly as we made it, he is the best MC of all time. And that's a different perspective. Him being the architect, him being the producer, him being the guy behind the guy. So great point you made right there. You know, speaking of a different type of money, Cardi B, she did an interview and she claimed she made in excess, no, somebody mentioned $80 million. And Cardi essentially was like, yo, I made a lot of money. Kind of like I touched that type of money in my career. She's like, I've made a lot of money. You're an artist. Is it possible for somebody like a Cardi B? It's not like Cardi B's been around for 30 years. It's not like Cardi. Is it possible for Cardi B to reach levels that she touched 80 mil?
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Because first and foremost, if you could just factor in her contracts, her initial contracts for signing. Let's just say, if you just say her album deals, let's just say that's 10. Even though it's budgets, it's still the money. She created enough hype and propaganda around herself for these people to put this type of budget up. To put that budget up and it's associated with your name, that's like you made that money. I made this label cut these checks for me, okay? Now, let's say when you start talking publishing, that half of that shit, all you need is goddamn 5 hits. You can start seeing the millions of it. You know what I'm saying? One big hit, she's fucking diamond. Yes, diamond. That's 10 platinum. Yeah. Then we start talking touring. Like, what Cardi B making a show? 200? 250? I don't know. Let's say she getting $250,000. 4 shows, she made $1 million. That's 4 shows. That's 4 shows. We ain't talking about features, commercials, endorsements. Might do one endorsement deal. That one endorsement might be $4 million. We just ain't heard about it type shit. You know what I'm saying? She got endorsements, dog. Like, it's the interesting thing is we hear millions and think, man, it's impossible. Niggas ain't, yes, it's not impossible. I wonder how much money I've generated in my career over 17 to 18 years. Because I made a lot of money just on publishing. Shows, publishing, other artists being put out, doing TV, radio, endorsements, features. Yo, that money, of course she ain't been out as long as me, but I done ran through some money, dog. I done seen some money.
That money add up.
Yeah.
Money add up. Yeah. And, truthfully speaking, I knew the answer to it.
Now, that don't mean she's sitting on 80 million liquid.
No.
But,
I mean,
who knows? We don't goddamn know. That girl might be the goddamn shit with saving her money. You don't know.
I'm going to tell you something. People don't understand how much money is made when you get a hit record. Your life change with a hit record. Get a hit record and see the type of money that start rolling in all of a sudden. Now get a few of those.
Get you 10 hit records. Like, come on.
Yeah, get you 10 hit records. And see how life looks very different.
Talking about charted records. We ain't talking about just hood hits. We talking about records that have charted. You getting platinum plaques on it. You got plaques on the goddamn wall. You got commercials. You got endorsements. You got touring, nigga. Like, it is so much money in this shit. Yeah.
Nah, it's a lot of money. Yo, did you happen to catch that interview Shannon Sharpe did with Steve Stout?
Yeah. When they were riding in the car?
Yeah. It was one part of the interview I want to touch on. Essentially, Steve Stout, he spoke about the breakup of Rockefeller Records. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I'll surmise what he said. Basically, Dame Dash didn't grow. As the company grew, as Jay-Z grew, Dame didn't. And that's what caused the breakup. And Dame responded, to Stout essentially saying that Dame blew his career. What's your thoughts on that?
I think Dame's wherewithal was there. I think he knew what he could blow. He knew what could happen. But I think when you're a warrior, think about it. If I'm on the front line and I'm fighting, I know my life is on the line. There could be a victory. I could win, but I can also die. I'm putting my life on the line. And I think when I say that to say that, you know, Dame knew they needed those companies because they was using their resources. Okay, y'all got the talent, you got a business strategy, but you're using the resources of these companies. They know that. But in his mind, those companies needed them more than they needed the companies. Because there's more companies out there with resources than it is a Dame and a Jay out there. You see what I'm saying? So y'all could be replaced. We can't be replaced. And I think Jay-Z looked at it like maybe more so possibly like, yeah, that's cool, but yo, these motherfuckers is I see them move. I'm gonna finesse them. I'm gonna have their positions. I'm gonna work my way. We're gonna work our way up through here, and these niggas gonna be eating out of my hand. And I think that Dane was putting that pressure down on these entities so hard that it made Jay like look like, yo, this ain't like, nah, nigga. Like, it's almost like we riding in the car. We both on the same shit. We trying to get there. And then when the car get pulled over by the police, I'm cool over here. How you doing, officer? Hey, what'd you pull us over for? Then the homie come out the side like, what the fuck you pulling us over for, nigga? You see, we got business to take care of. Nigga like, whoa, hold up, homie. Nah, I know, but we got business. Like, he's stopping us. He could have stopped anybody. Why he stop us? Oh, chill. Yo, officer, respectfully, we're on our way to a function. Is it anything? Here's my license. And the officer, like, he looking past Jay-Z over there, looking at Dame like, what's up with your man? Your man finna get you jammed up. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I interviewed Dame recently, and Dame was saying some real shit. But I could see with his energy, he's so passionate and just so, he want to get it out that he like, fuck what you talking about, because what I'm talking about is more important. And I think a lot of times that may have hindered some of the growth. Because I'm not going to say the growth wasn't there. You know what I'm trying to say? It may have just hindered some of the growth, you know? That's all. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that Steve Stout said some real shit. I've heard Jay-Z say some real shit. I've heard Dame say some real shit. And it's just interesting, especially when you hear it coming from a Steve Stout, because Steve Stout, he's a great liaison. He's a great middleman. He know he can see what goes and what don't. You see what I'm saying? He put shit together, you know? And so it's like, he probably looking like, yo, Jay-Z is a good fit in this corporate space. Dame is a good fit on the independent space. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of what it was. I mean, you know, I hate to see the demise of any of our peers or our founders, what have you. But sometimes my demise is going to be more beneficial because it's educational at the same time. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you could learn a lot from the way Dame was handling shit. If you just Google Dame and some of the shit he would handle, how he would handle some of this shit, even now with the latest situation he got, you know, you could learn a lot from that. You know, he had his shares in the company, the last little shares of Rockefeller in his name. Those should have been probably put in a trust or some type of holding, you know what I'm saying? Because now that other lawsuit went through, and they like, yo, he like, I ain't got the money to pay. They're like, but you got that motherfucking stock over. You got that stock in that company over there. Give it up. We want it. If that was in a holding or a trust, they probably wouldn't have had to give it up. You see what I'm saying? So you could learn a lot from that. I'm not gonna say the same. You can learn a lot from a dummy, because I don't want it to look like I'm dissing Dame or even calling him a dummy. But that's just what comes to mind when I hear that. You could learn a lot from a person's demise. And I just hate to see it. But at the same time, you know, when you're a med student and you're going to be a doctor, what do they study on?
What do you mean? What do they study on?
What do they study on?
The human anatomy?
A person who has already met their demise.
Correct. Yep.
A cadaver. Yep. You're already dead. You done already went through the process of life. Now it's death. And now I got to open you up, dissect you, and find out how shit work. I don't even got to find out how it work, because I already know why you're dead, more than likely. So when I open you up, all I get a chance to do is see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Them analogies be coming out of nowhere.
Nah, good analogy is a good analogy, and it's so crazy, man. You live long enough, you know, you gonna see some things. Like
Yeah.
what we're seeing, you know, what we're seeing with people who were legitimately on top of the world, people who, I mean, you just can never tell what's gonna happen tomorrow, man. It's as simple as that. You know, some of the stuff that we're witnessing today, if you lived through that era, you could not have imagined that this is how some people's fates were going to turn out, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
You were signed to the label at the same time the band, Making the Band. Dylon from Making the Band.
Well, I was like right after them.
Okay, but did you know them dudes?
I met a lot of them.
And I call them dudes, but shout to Babs Bunny. Because it was not just guys. Babs was in the group. Sarah was in the group.
Yeah, I met majority of them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you do know that there was one who was the more reggae guy, and his name was Dylon, and shout to Dylon. He said that the Dave Chappelle skit effed up his career. Do you think it's a shred of truth to that statement?
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that statement. Because
Are you serious?
Because it made it. See, here's the thing. Some of the very things that we consider essentials or essential, or we consider necessities, may have only been once. They weren't considered essential or necessities at the time. You know, what's it called when you just, what's the word I want to use? You're a commodity, but you're just you know, like you go and buy something, you're a novelty, right? Certain things are novelties, you know. And then one day you look up and it becomes something essential. I'm trying to think of a concept that I want to tell you, something that was once just, it was something they was just doing. And it became, like, I'm pretty sure, like, when you think of certain foods we eat, now they're considered superfoods, when once upon a time they were just a novelty, you know what I'm saying? It's like pomegranate. Oh, it's pomegranate. Then they look and they do the research like, oh my God, pomegranate is now considered a superfood because it has all of these antioxidants and fighting powers and ingredients. And that's like, you got to eat pomegranate. Like, but once upon a time it was just some fruit, you know what I mean? And what happens is people have to see what it is and if they need it or not. I think Dylon, if he would have, maybe it was a novelty. It was a novelty when they made the joke about it. Dylon. Name your favorite top rapper. Dylon, right? And it was funny. Now, had he had the right team around him at that time, or if he was in the right space, if he was in the right mental space, he could have turned that novelty shit to a necessity, meaning he could have made it where, and when I say that, you know, somebody would say, well, how could he have been a necessity? Hey, I don't know. But if he could have turned that shit around where it worked for him, and he was able to show people how to turn shit around and make it work for you, now his whole twist on it could have worked. It's just like I talked about the Gilbert Arenas shit earlier. He was finna have an issue with the whole LGBT community. He's going to go on his head and counsel him. And he said, oh yeah, if it was a twerk out between Saucy Santana and Megan Thee Stallion, I don't know who I throw my ones on. Saucy be twerking. I might have threw my ones on Saucy. Oh, I love you, baby daddy. Send me that sound, zaddy. Just that fast, he turned it around. Now, if people watch that enough, that becomes a necessity. It becomes a essential way to do your PR. You throw a campaign go wrong, well, you got to throw a campaign to realign your shit. It's like a front end alignment. You got to get that shit back in your lane. If Dylon could have showed us how to do that then, he probably would have taught a lot of niggas how to stand up in the face of adversity. You see what I'm saying? I took the long way to get there, but if you get it, you get it. I ain't gonna explain more. If you get it, you get it. I'm telling you that shit, what I just said made sense. I'm even having to convince myself that shit made sense. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker.
Yo, here's the only reason, I don't think, and this is just me, man. My brother. Dave Chappelle's skit was funny. It was. But Dave Chappelle, he had a skit about Rick James. He had a skit about Yo Boy from the South, Prince, Lil Jon. What? Like that helped boost those guys. And I'm not gonna say their careers, but it helped put them back in the public eye.
Well, see, the people that he spoke about were notable entities as well already. Like that, you cannot negate that. They were notable entities. You talking about?
So you don't think Dion was notable?
Okay, you worked at Bad Boy. Tell me a Dion single.
I can't tell you a Dion single. Hold up.
Give me a Lil Jon single. Give me a Prince single.
But I can tell you he was notable enough for them to make a skit about it.
Yes.
It was bigger than just...
No, that was the times. That was just
Correct.
the time. It was topical at that moment. But when you talk about a Lil Jon was a notable entity already.
No, you're comparing apples to bananas right now.
How? Explain to me how.
Because it's
no.
If Chappelle is doing sketch comedy,
right,
he's finding his inspiration from all sorts of places.
So some of the shit may come from some greats,
already
already notated, viable artists who've created, have dominated, have done that. Have been celebrated. Then he also has a bend that he pulls out of that's topical. That's trending.
Just topical right now. Correct.
And Dylan was in that bend.
Correct. And that's why, and this is why I say I don't believe that sketch killed their career. I don't.
Well, because that became more notable than the actual entity. The sketch became more notable than his viability as an artist, his brand. The sketch was bigger than his brand.
That's BS.
Okay, shit, come on, tell me.
What killed
me a Dylan song?
What killed your rapping career?
Huh?
What killed your rapping career?
As in Young Jock?
Yes.
Ain't shit killed my rapping career. I stopped rapping, nigga. I stopped putting out music.
Stop there. That's the point.
I chose to do that.
Okay, no. You're missing the point. You just said the answer. Make hit records, keep making hit records, and it doesn't matter. You stay relevant, you stay topical, you stay in the public eye. They did not make more hit records. They had one hit record.
I agree with you on that, but again, that's what I said. The man's, that skit, them laughs about that skit were more notable than anything he had done at that moment. That's what I'm saying.
And I understand your point.
Now I give you a perfect example. Me, when I pressed my goddamn hair, that could have been bigger than anything else I had going on at that moment because I wasn't dropping music. But because me, myself, knew how to play off of that, I was still on TV at the time. So that shit just made it even that much more like, whoa, the fuck this boy doing? Because I had a platform to show what I had going on as well. Now, if I wasn't on TV and I was making music at that moment, then that would have helped with the music. You're right. If he would have said, oh, these niggas talking about me, I'm on TV, people saying my name, but I need to make a song. Dylan, 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 Dylan. Ding, 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 ding. Dylan, 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 Dylan. You know, maybe that's what, so I think we're both saying the same thing. It's just we took a different path to get to that point to say, hey, yo, you saying, no, it didn't do nothing to him. It did. It could have broken him. It could have killed him, the very source that creates that entity, the life of the entity. He is the source.
Damn, that's deep. Hold up. Whoa. That's deep right there.
Because that shit probably killed him.
Yeah, that's deep
that
right
shit probably
there,
hurt.
kid.
That shit probably hurt. Like, for real.
Yeah, that's deep. But you know, and we got a few more things to go over, and I definitely want to get as much in as possible.
Whoa.
But if I... Go ahead, tell me. Know what?
I ain't know that, bro.
Know what?
No face, no case, my
Yeah,
boy.
No. Let's kick a man when he's down, Jock. After that whole spiel earlier, let's go ahead and kick a dude while he's down.
What, bro?
Yeah, here
Clean
we
up
go.
your spill on aisle 3.
All right.
Crazy.
The bottom line is make hit records.
Period.
Do great things. I don't care what it is that you do.
Whatever it is,
Be
continue
great
doing it.
at what you do.
I agree.
And it's the same reason why Kanye West has the #1 song right now.
Yeah.
Period. Just be great at what you do. Chris Brown, and I consider him one of the young greats.
Mm-hmm.
He recently got banned from the NBA celebrity game. Do you think this man should still be paying, for the past documented abuse with Rihanna?
It's interesting because I don't know if it's just that though.
What else could it be? Chris Brown he's like hibernates damn near.
Well,
he stays off the radar.
No, Chris Brown is a person who has never stopped making hit records, what we spoke about just now.
Correct. Yep.
He stayed true to his craft. He's continued to hone his craft as an artist and as a professional artist, okay? Now, there were other relationships because I was just like, I didn't feel like it was fair either for bro. Like, damn, like the man done, like, god damn. Like, it's niggas who done did time for worse shit and done came home and they back popping with no holds barred almost, you know what I'm saying? But I think there were other things that he had other challenges with, when they were saying how, he was trying to call him stalkerish with Karuchi. And I'm not saying he did any of this. I'm just showing you like how people continued to notate things that was going on well after the incident with him and Rihanna. There was other situations where they tried to make it seem as if he still had a little bit of this aggressive behavior, and I'm not bringing this up to put any negative light on Chris. I love Chris, and I understood what happened with him because if you really break down that whole story between him and Riri, it was really interesting. And I'm not going to get into that. But I do, ask like at what point will he be able to truly just come from up under that in a sense, because that has been they've definitely continued to keep that dark cloud over some aspects of him as a man and as an entity. And somewhere you start asking like, damn, he's already paid his restitution, huh? He's paid his restitution to society in a sense, But then Rihanna is still here. Let's keep that.
But Rihanna's not even addressing this. Rihanna's a married woman. She has 2 children.
But she ain't got shit to do with none of that no more. She done moved on. I know, but people still will hold on, especially when that person is still viable and here. It's like, well, we can't be loyal to you and loyal to your once, the word I want to use, and I'm not going to use it because I don't want to put that out there on that boy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that man he done suffered enough. He just got it to where he can go up and do, shows in other countries and shit. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just to that point, like, yo, that man is one of the best to ever do what he does. He's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest of our time for me. I'm speaking for me. And I watch it. I've seen it happen. I've listened to conversations. I've been around some big people then and now. And this conversation has come up a lot of times. And some of the people who you think would be in his favor are not in his favor. Like, damn, for real? And you try not to get in some of these conversations because shit, yeah, I am who I am. But some of these rooms, I be like, damn, what did I do to get in this room? Today, that is. I'm not saying like, how did I get here? I'm saying, what made these people say, hey, pull up today? Was it meant for me to be a part of this? Or to just hear this and witness this? I don't know. So, I wonder too, like how long is it gonna be before he can just truly spread his wings and be from up under the guise of that black cloud?
Yeah, I mean, I don't condone, what he did. I mean, he was a very young man, not to make an excuse for him.
How long ago
But
was
to
that?
your point,
How long ago was it?
what is that? That's gotta be 13 years ago now. It's gotta be. I'll look it up. But the bottom line is, I believe in second chances. I do. I believe that this man has paid. And I also believe that he is an extraordinary talent. And you know something from me, I respect what it takes. And I don't care, we you and I often talk about artists and public figures, but do you know how hard it is in whatever you do to, number one, reach the pinnacle of your chosen industry, but number two, to consistently deliver day in, day out, year in and year out for years and years and years and years. And when I see people who they continue, no matter what comes their way, to deliver at a high level, you gotta give them the respect. You have to.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, at what point is this man just gonna be able to be celebrated? Yo, you made mistakes. Nobody's taking that away from you. But we got to kind of give it up to you. You have been one of the most consistent and talented dudes. You know, in the last, Chris Brown's been around now for how long would you say? 17 years? As long as you have? Was he here when you got in?
Chris Brown was out before me, yeah.
Yeah, this guy's got 20 years in this game or something.
Yeah, definitely easy. Because I remember reading about him. I remember seeing him as a younger kid. I remember even by the time I got on and meeting Mom Dukes and everything, like, oh shit, like I'm finna be doing some work with Chris Brown type shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, and you know, he's penalized in 2024 by the NBA after first being invited to be in that celebrity game. So I don't know. You know, and by the way, the Chris Brown incident with Rihanna, that took place in 2009, a legitimate 15 years ago. Jonathan Majors, his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, I think is the way she pronounced her name.
Mm-hmm.
She's suing him for assault and defamation. So the man just was found guilty a couple of months ago for assault. Now she's suing him. I believe that this is about money at this point. I think that, you know, because he's already been found guilty criminally. So now this is about restitution.
What's she gonna get him for? The man done lost all his deals. He done lost hella money. The big money. The Marvel shit. Who he was just supposed to be playing? Dennis Rodman? What is she doing? We provoked that shit, man. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. But that's a person who don't know how to leave well enough alone. Her. Like, and I'm not blaming her about anything, but that's just like, yo, come on. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. You know, you already killed the man. The man, you already killed the man. Now, what you gonna come back and sue him for? For him trying to get you the fuck up off him so he can get the fuck away from you? That's crazy. It's kind of like, it's interesting because, you know, in OJ's case, no, OJ wasn't found guilty, but the family was able to come back and get him on a $5 million civil suit. How was that? I wasn't found guilty of the murder, but I'm found guilty of possibly being the reason she was murdered. In this case, yo, I'm trying to get you the fuck up off me, and I'm found guilty of assault because I actually grabbed you and tried to push you in the car so I could get away from your ass. Because, bitch, I know you crazy. Now, I'm charged. I lose all this money. My notoriety's fucked up. And now you're going to come back and sue me? Somebody got to learn a lesson somewhere, somehow. I just don't know. What can you say?
What you can say is this quote unquote justice system
It's flawed.
is flawed as a mother. That's what you can say.
Yeah. Definitely say that.
You know, this man, and here's the deal. I don't know Jonathan Majors from a hole in the wall. Maybe he got what he deserved. You know, he was out there with a white woman talking about he want a woman more like Coretta Scott King. Like, brother, you are so confused and so out your mind. But I saw the same video. I mean, we weren't in that courtroom, but I did see that same video you saw. And the fact that this woman was putting her hands on him, took the man's phone, and all he's trying to do is get her up off him. And in the interim, her hands gets bruised. And because of that, he's found guilty of assault. I almost don't even know what to say. This system sucks.
Yeah, maybe he didn't have the best attorney. You ever notice sometimes, you know, it's different. You know, attorney is not like your barber or beautician. Your barber or beautician, you got a few times to figure it out and be like, either they make me look great or just make me look mediocre or just don't do it for me. You got one time to figure it out with an attorney. You see what I'm saying? You go to trial with that motherfucker, hey, you don't know if you're gonna come out looking good or looking like shit. So when it comes to an attorney, man, you gotta really choose carefully. Cause another attorney could have probably walked in there and got him off all that shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing by hindsight. It's 2020, brother.
Hey, I know it.
Well, Jock, it's been my pleasure. You know, this was at times a little tense. At times it was eye-opening. At times it was thought-provoking. But I'll say, like every other time, it was my pleasure. I look forward to when we sit down and having these conversations. I can't wait till the next time.
Likewise, brother. Iron sharpen iron. Until the next time, Prez, it's love, my brother.
One love.